Again, I remember this.
Remember the
I'm
problem we
hidden,
had.
aren't I? And small.
Yeah, because you got to move over. Let's move over. There you go. How about that?
All right, okay. I'll move.
Can we turn off the thing on the thing here?
No, because you want to read that, don't you?
I don't want this to be here. I don't want it to be studio mode. There's this.
Keys there.
I'm
I
here.
think I've turned my phone off.
I'm here. I'm here. Are you here? Let's see if we can turn this thing off. Maybe I can just press this. Columbus has showed me this millions of times. You want to come? Do you want to come?
How many other guests have you had sitting in this chair since I was here?
You can fix it.
3 weeks ago.
I can't. I don't know how to fix
You
it.
can fix it.
Am I the only person who sits here, Columbus? Am I the only in-studio guest?
You've got it working. It's working. Don't do that.
I don't want the chat box
Don't
because
do
I don't want the
You're-
chat box.
Don't do that.
Oh, God.
Leave it.
I don't want
Then
the
make it
chat
smaller.
box.
Oh, you can just pull it down. Oh, that's good.
Smaller. Top left. No, you've just
Don't make a face.
click the chat box. Click it here. Click it here. Click it.
That's good.
Top left. Top left.
And pull it down, yeah.
No, you
It's moved it to video capture device.
okay. Click on. You see that the eye.
Yeah. What am I
It's gone,
doing?
It's gone. You click the eye. It's gone.
Did we click it away? Okay, so you don't want to see it. We don't want to see it. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody out there. Can you stand up in your chair? People,
What? This is it. This is where
here's the thing.
Push me forward.
People don't like you. They didn't like you from your last visit.
I know. Well, this is the thing.
Yeah.
Some guy was saying on the YouTube comments, "Oh, he thinks he knows everything," but
you do,
little
you
do
do.
they know that makes me laugh. So the more I annoy these people, the better it is for me.
Yeah,
basically.
but it's not good for me. I want you. I'm not saying you should suck up to them, but this is my core audience. These are all these people that I've grown to know and like. We've been on the air for like 60
these
days.
guys,
These guys.
they were very nice. They were very nice, weren't they, during the show? I'm saying there was a comment.
Yeah, afterwards.
Saying, oh, he's an arsehole or whatever.
They were a bit nice
and it's,
during.
and it's fun. That's funny to me.
Yeah.
You know, so I was going to bring that up voluntarily. That
Right.
I did find that very amusing.
What, that somebody attacked you?
Yeah.
Right. Why is that? What does that say about your personality?
Well,
You're
it says
me.
that I don't care, doesn't it? I really, literally don't care about what people think of me.
Anyway, so let me introduce. We got Chinese Elvis or Paul Courtney Hugh.
That's it.
Paul Courtney Hugh. He's gonna sit in for the first hour. I think more than an hour is gonna be too much.
I think so.
I think it's gonna be too much. Don't put it on there. Let me. Yeah, put it on this. Put it on this.
Okay.
Put it on that.
Yeah.
But we have. So Courtney, make sure you use Courtney because he was
Otherwise,
somebody else.
you'll never find me on
never
Google
find me.
otherwise.
And he's here, and I am here.
Yeah.
Lewis Schaffer, and this is our 60th show. So thank you everybody for coming.
Lights on.
What lights?
Light.
How about this one? You put this one?
That one. It's white. It's
Ooh.
white light. Now your face is in shadow.
I don't know. Is it?
Yes. Both of them. Both the side ones.
Well, this one here, do you reckon,
Yeah.
Columbus?
It's on the top.
All right.
That's what it usually.
Oh, that's kind of warm. That's a warm one, at
I'm not
least.
sure I like that.
Well, the warm one is better than that.
But then look at the.
cold one.
Because you've got them at angles, they're not on your face. Like there's shit in the way.
Well, why don't you help us, Columbus, and tell us how it should be?
No.
Why don't you be a good helper to your only
I've already
father?
told you. You do this every day anyway.
Yeah. He's just walking away, disappointed.
He doesn't care about it.
Exactly.
He doesn't. I was so nice.
I'd be
to him.
listen. If he was, cared more than he does, I'd be worried about him and for him.
Yeah.
And it's in that vein that I think that's how I deal with the insults from your legion of fans.
Yeah, which is wrong. Which is why you are not a success, and I'm an internationally famous live streamer.
True. That's
Streamer.
true.
Well, I don't know if that's true. Anyway, so let's say hello to the people who are here. This is how we normally start.
Okay,
the
go for it. I'm
show.
watching this time.
We're going to spend an hour with Paul because the people may feel like they're not being taken care of.
Yes. Okay.
That's possible. I mean, I actually think about that. We've got some new people watching,
Okay.
so we'll say
I
hello.
mean, how long ago? What number show was it that I was last here? 20 something,
It was earlier than that.
10.
Yeah.
So it's been 50 shows more or less in
yeah,
the meantime.
like over 2 months.
Okay. Look, Shank says we insult Lewis too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other way. If they knew you in person like I do, there's no other way to literally deal with you. You have to just basically ignore a lot of the stuff that you say
Yeah.
and then take the piss out of the rest of it.
No, you shouldn't say that because that kills my underlining brand, whatever they
Okay.
call that.
Okay.
People need to believe that I'm serious. They need to believe that I'm.
Well, you are serious. You believe what you're saying, but it helps if somebody's undercutting it and so that you don't end up spinning off into
Well, the truth
some
is,
kind of
I'm so
weird orbit. I'm here to ground you again and let the people
Yeah,
realise that
take
not
the light.
everybody you mix with
Yeah.
is a nut job.
You happen to be a nut job.
Well, I do happen to be one, but in
Yeah,
a
but not
different
everybody.
but in a different
Oh,
type of orbit.
it is true. Most of the people that I know are not nut jobs, I would say. But then, how do we know they're not nut jobs? You don't seem like you're a nut job. I didn't think you were a nut job. I've known you for 15 years now or something.
Yeah.
Could you do me a favor? Let's put the light somewhere, maybe on top of of the producer's computer because it's right in my face. It's probably in your face.
Oh, right. Okay.
You like over there? Maybe down further, down. Yeah, right there on the machine. Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
good?
it's better that way.
That's just on a cup, actually. I'll just put it on.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, there we go. Anyway, well, thank you very much.
Come on, then.
Okay, so let's say we'll say hello to everybody, and then we'll.
I remember him, Wotanize Music.
Yeah,
Are these the same people?
I mean, pretty much the same. Do you
Okay.
remember? Do you remember seeing?
I remember him. I can't remember what he said, but he said something good in the past when I was here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my problem is I don't remember what these
Something
people
witty.
say. I don't remember, so I should remember. So we got Shanks. He's great. You don't have to be a nut job for this stream, but it helps.
Yeah,
Nut job.
yeah, okay.
Zingo. Zingo loves.
What is the point of the light on this?
It's because it
It's
wasn't
made it less
in our face.
You might as well just-
reverberant. Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
not even on.
I don't even know
Yeah,
if it's
turn it
if
off.
it's really needed.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got. It'll be on September 18th. Will be our 100th
In fact,
show.
look, Wotan, I told you he said something, but look, neither of those lights improve it.
Improve
So
it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
does that improve it? I don't think it does.
I know.
I don't think it does. I'd like one of those big circles, but the producer says not to have that.
I'm just saying this. What's the point?
The point is, shouldn't
Like
it
you-
be like?
yeah, but you make like an investment for like a prospective return, and you're not making any money now off it. So
I don't think we'll
Why-
ever
why
make
would
any
it?
money. I was on Unhead Radio, but all these people in the green, they've all contributed money to.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah. So let's. I mean, I want to say hello to all these people.
yeah, you need to thank the ones who are giving you money to like
Maltese Phil, he knows they can see it, and Mark J and Vatanize Music and the Jedster and Claire C.
Maltese Phil is number one. Does
Yeah.
he know he's number one, or is this only for
It's
you?
just. I think it's just for today. I don't know how
Oh,
you get
for
to be
today.
number one today.
Okay.
Number one today.
He's got a crown.
He's got a crown.
So they can see
I
this,
can-
or are you? Is this like a master thing, and I'm divulging?
It would be normally
secrets?
no.
Okay,
they can,
so they-
they can
okay.
all read all of this stuff. This is the whole stream is mostly for them to talk to these people. They've all made friends with
Okay.
each other, and the next step is who knows? Maybe they're doing each other, possibly. So all these different
Maybe number two and number three.
yeah.
Yeah.
I only need 17 more subscribers to start earning as a producer. I'm at 983. So if you go and went
Are
home-
you joking?
Yeah. if
Well,
you-
no, I did subscribe, didn't I? I'm one of
Yeah,
them. I
you're
did it
one of
last.
them.
I did it last time I was on air.
So if there was more of these people. Anyway,
17 more.
17.
Oh, that's good. Well,
Yeah.
you should be able to do that.
I think it's an inevitability. But then they'll maybe say our show is trouble because we've been talking about some very dirty things lately.
Oh, okay.
And I've enjoyed it,
Okay.
you know, and just
What, like?
what were we
Sex
discussing?
things?
Sex things.
Oh,
Sex things. Pooing things. We're
Oh.
talking pooing and sexing and
yeah,
all sorts
okay.
of all sorts of stuff.
Well, this is okay.
That's the stuff that I like, but I'm thinking I don't like it that much. But you know,
Okay.
because it's important to me as I get older to be handsome. Not that anybody thinks I'm handsome, but to be handsome. So we're starting down at the bottom with Zingo and Mark J.
So if you get 17 more subscribers, well, you should get that.
Yeah, but it's
in a week,
That
shouldn't you?
means I could be monetized, but
Yeah.
I've only monetized for 1,000 people. So it's not like those people who got like millions of subscribers and they get thousands, whatever they get.
Well, you could still make some money, I guess, if you get
I
it.
guess so, yeah. I also, and I didn't do this before. I also wanted to, if they join via YouTube, it costs like £3 a month. That's a lot of money. Maybe it isn't a lot of money. I can't tell. These people sound like they don't have much money. My fans.
Well, the thing is, this is exactly what I was just saying to Columbus.
I'm not even sure they're my fans.
But
Yeah.
if on a monthly, trying to get your son to join a tennis club, which he's keen to do, £5 a week is obviously far more palatable than 260 quid for the whole
Yeah.
year up front.
What is a sales technique?
No,
You can-
just as a thing. Well, yeah, as a sales technique, but also as a thing for him to kind of live with and deal with. He'd much rather pay £5 a week, wouldn't he? Whereas I can afford to pay 260 quid up front. You know, I don't really think about it, but this is what I was saying to him and to my club,
Yeah.
and they've agreed that they're going to implement for younger people
A £5
a monthly thing.
Yeah.
And so a monthly thing of £3 or whatever, it's definitely palatable. But when you add it up and say, I'm paying 36 quid a year to listen to your drivel,
Right,
I mean,
that's a lot of money.
you'd go, that is a lot of money. But but on a weekly basis, I think it's fine.
It's three quid a month.
Right,
So
that's
it's like
36
next to
that is
nothing.
36 quid a year. Just
Yeah.
we had this talk before we came in there about how bad you were at basic arithmetic.
That's not true. I'm actually quite good at
Okay.
it. I'm actually quite good at it.
Fine.
So I'm not reading any of the comments we have. We're falling behind already. This is the difference. We're not gonna. This can't be one of those shows where I'm gonna read your comments, because normally I just sit here and I'll read the comments.
Okay.
It's gonna be us
I don't
talking.
mind.
We'll read some of the comments.
I mean, I read it, but my eyesight's terrible. I went to the hospital on
Yeah.
on Thursday.
Oh, really?
I had some drops put in, which makes my pupils dilate.
You have
what-
type 2 diabetes.
I
Is
don't
that
know
what they
what.
said?
Yeah, and they
Did they give you a blood sugar test?
No, they haven't done that yet. I guess that might come. I don't know.
Yeah.
But basically, I ended up walking around with dilated pupils. They did tell me to bring some sunglasses, which I did bring. But I didn't realise the dilation lasts for up to 6 hours. And at 6:30 that evening, I had a tennis match. To avoid relegation, we had to at least draw.
And did they say
No,
you were
we
allowed to
lost,
play?
and I couldn't see the ball for the first match. I could see it over there, but as it crossed the net, it was very blurry. So I had to basically guess where it. I know I was
Was
missing
this
the ball.
an
It was awful.
appointment or was this the emergency room?
No, this was just an appointment. I knew it was at 4:20 or whatever time it was.
What made you think you had eyesight problems? Because I had eyesight problems.
I've got cataracts. I'm going to have to. Yeah, I'm going to have to.
You've got cataracts.
Yeah, my sister's had them. She's younger than me. My
You know
dad's
how
had them.
you know how you get rid of cataracts?
You pay $5,000 from what I
No,
understand.
how do you could? That's one way. You
Yeah.
know how can you cure cataracts or
I
prevent
can
it
see
from
them
happening?
now. Well, it's a bit
Yeah.
late to prevent it, isn't
Yeah,
it?
how do you prevent it? You know what the answer is. Everybody out there knows what the
What
answer
is it to follow your example and
it's
eat
carbs.
stuff and
carbs, avoiding carbs.
right.
Carbs cause cataracts. My father had that.
This is the question I've got for you. Literally, the last time I was here and I left
Right.
online, 2 minutes or 2 hours at least, you
Yeah.
had an online stroke. Completely.
Was that the time?
Yeah, it was literally that was it, and that's when I came.
That
back
was
up-
only like 3 weeks ago. So you haven't been on 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's right. So whenever that was.
Yeah.
But
Right.
my question is that online live undermining of your entire shtick of
Yes.
health.
Oh my
How
God.
have you been living with that?
Well, we could ask the people. How is it? Have they lost faith in me? Because I don't think I had a stroke because I went into the hospital. First of all, I went into the hospital. They did a brain scan and they found that I had 3 strokes in the past.
Right.
I'd
I do remember you telling me this.
Yeah, I had 3 strokes, but they didn't know when those strokes were. So they could have been over 10 years ago.
But he's had the same eye drops. Everything bright. It's
Yeah.
true. You take it off. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. My diabetes is tingling.
Yeah.
Maltese Phil. Yeah, no, I'm he's funny. And that other guy who's not said something recently, but
This was
I
only
remember
3 weeks
Wotanai.
ago.
There you go.
Wotanai, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Wotanai.
there's Judels there. She's Northern Irish. Don't get on her bad side.
Okay. No,
Don't get.
I won't.
You can't get on a Northern Irish girl's bad side.
No, I'm not.
She's from there. Claire C. She
Not going
lives
back.
in the South Coast.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Someone's calling me from Northampton. Who is this?
No, Northampton's famous for phone
Scams?
scams. Yeah.
Okay, so I shouldn't
Just
really
reject
answer it. Okay, I wasn't gonna. Okay, good. So what did the doctor say?
Well, nothing. You just took a picture, and then I'm going to find out in 2 or 3 weeks. If
You know what you can do? I'll tell you what you can do. You can go down to Specsavers and for free or for £25 you can get the inside. You get an OCT test where they look at the back of your thing.
Well, that's
to
what he
see-
did. That's what this was.
Was it an OCT test?
I think so. I had to
you
basically
don't need-
stick my head in a thing. And
Yeah.
I had after these drops, have to wait 20 minutes, and then he says, "Look at the green light," and he kept on putting it further and further
'Cause I've
away.
never had a
and then it was,
Yeah.
and he was taking pictures, and then he
Yes.
says, "We'll let you know in 3 weeks." I'm like, I don't even know what what they're going to let me know.
Well,
But I
you
do
could-
know
Yeah.
that I have cataracts because I've already been to Specsavers and they've diagnosed that.
Maybe
And so-
that's to get that. So you
Right.
remember you had diabetes.
Yeah. Well,
You had
exactly.
diabetes. I'm lucky I don't have cataracts. I don't think. I get tested every year, and it's a great way to find out what your thing is. Anyway, Joe is here, so let me just read off the names. Joe.
Paul, your friend, Lewis, says Zingo. He's number 2. I think we should answer
Yeah.
it in
Well,
terms
are
of
you my friend?
seniority.
Are
Well,
you
he's
my
asking
friend?
you.
Is he my friend? I have no idea he's my friend. I can't tell who's my friend or not. But do you think I'm your friend?
I think so.
Do you like me enough to say I'm Lewis's friend?
You're on. I do say that.
Yeah,
You're
he
on my,
does
you're
say
on my
that.
WhatsApp.
Yeah,
I
WhatsApp.
return your calls.
So there you
Your
go.
begging emails.
It's always good to have a friend. I think I've got
always
more
good.
friends now than I did before. Do you have? Are you
For
have,
what?
Before a time? I don't know what exactly. Before, when I was younger, whatever. I mean, I had friends when I first moved to this country. Remember, I moved to this.
Well, I'll tell you what is interesting is that how many friends are you still in touch with from over 40 years ago?
None.
Yeah, because this is the same with my wife. She
Yeah.
doesn't have a single friend of longer than, 20 years. And that's weird. if you
Is
ask
it
me.
weird? What
I
do you
don't
have
know.
friends who are older? over
Well,
20?
I'm saying they're friends. I mean, I'm in touch with them. Don't know.
Yeah.
They're all Northerners. Is Paul an entertainer? Well, I wouldn't,
Yeah,
go, I
he's
wouldn't go that
Chinese.
far.
Yeah, you are an
I
entertainer.
am an entertainer.
Well,
technically,
and then
Yeah.
sometimes you think you're too much of an entertainer, and that's when the entertainment stops.
that's when the laughter stops.
It's because you think I can sing anything to these people.
I am singing anything to these people.
Yeah, and they might like it or tolerate
They might.
it.
I've just literally made a decision today. Phil isn't. I've lost
Yeah.
it. No, Zingo. I'm doing a show. A week today is Elvis Day. People won't know this. A week today is Elvis Day.
Is that the day that Elvis died?
Yeah,
on
on
the
the
17th,
16th of August, 1977. And I'm doing a big show at the Colchester Arts Centre.
Yeah.
And I've made a decision today that I'm going to sing a Kenny Rogers number in the style of Elvis, just because. Why
Just
not?
to annoy people.
Well, it's not to annoy people. It's just because that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I think they like Elvis really. So anything to do with Elvis. I mean, he's done an amazing thing. He's made himself like a joke.
Not a
kind of.
band. Not a band.
What's
Zingo
not a
in a band. I don't know.
He's not in a band. He's his own man.
I'm my
He
own
does his
man.
Show.
I do have a.
Did
You know,
Elvis ever have a band? No.
yes.
He had musicians playing with him. It wasn't a band.
No, we had a band. He even had backing singers that I've forgotten their names.
Yes,
They had names.
but
Jordan
he
Eyre.
hired all. Yeah, maybe they were called in the beginning, but not when he was in Vegas. Whatever. He didn't have and the Elvis band. It wasn't called the Elvis.
No, it wasn't called the Elvis Band, but they were the TCB band.
What is that? Jimmy Melody is someone new here, so that's really great. Hey, Jimmy, thanks for coming. It's a sunny day in Ireland.
Feel. Yeah. So,
like that.
yeah, any Kenny Rogers. I should just do Chinese Kenny Rogers. That's now. I should just
Yeah.
get rid of Chinese Elvis and listen to Chinese Kenny Rogers.
Well, there are lots of great old songs which anybody could sing. And
yeah,
people.
that's how I.
It's
think
like a
it.
karaoke thing. John Van Damme is in the house. The band back together. I looked for Monday's radio show.
This
it wasn't
is
there.
a good
Because
point.
we're on holiday. We're on holiday, John Van Damme.
Yeah.
We're on holiday. Don't worry about that.
That doesn't
We
make sense though. Why would a radio
We might not be back.
show
Go
on
take
ho-
off. for
Take
the-
off.
Because we're in Britain and they don't want to do the work.
But well, the broadcast just doesn't happen.
It doesn't. No, it happens. They do recording
Archive
things.
stuff.
They don't have anybody in the studio
Oh wow!
doing it. It's just like recording.
Chinese Roy Orbison.
Taking care of business band. Chinese Roy Orbison.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Marianne McCara, she's from whatchamacallit?
Well, I'll tell
from
them my
Petersville.
joke, which I was going to do Engelbert Chinese. I do Chinese Engelbert Humperdinck, but I've
Yeah.
had to change. I've had to drop the gag of what I call that act because people didn't like it. But Engelbert Humperdinck, obviously.
That's funny.
It is
That is really funny. What you had to stop it because you
Yeah, people are like, oh, they don't know how to react to it because
Humperdinck.
white people are insecure.
Yeah, they are
Yeah.
insecure. But you're an authentic Chinese person who was basically raised here in
Yeah,
Germany and
correct.
parents are from Guyana.
Yes,
So you're not really that Chinese.
No,
No.
that's true.
But it's all right. It's all right. It's good. You're English. You're proud English. So Jimmy Melody, he's from Ireland. Welcome. King 77703, taking care of business.
Taking care of business. That's what I just
Yeah.
said. The TCB band.
Is that what it was called?
That's what it was
Here's
called.
that band.
Yeah.
The TC. But it's not even like the Heartbreakers, Tom Petty.
Taking
and the
care of
Heart-
business. Well
and the
done. King
Heartbreakers.
777. He's a king. He might be an Elvis fan. That guy.
Yeah, but
That's
because he
the kind.
knows that
That's the kind of thing.
thing that they know.
No, that's the kind of name that an Elvis fan will choose. But not a Chinese Elvis fan because you'd have to put eights in it. It would be King 888 or something like that if you were a Chinese Elvis.
Why?
Fan.
Why?
Because 8 is a lucky number.
Is it lucky? Does it have to? Do you have to?
Kenny Rogers. See, he's got it.
Kenny Lodges.
Kenny Rogers, Chinese Kenny Rogers.
Oh, it's Kenny
You
Lodges.
say, look, this is
Yeah.
I remember now. I had to explain jokes to you before. Last time I was here.
I don't really
Oh
understand.
God,
that.
this stroke. Let's blame the stroke because
I
at
don't
least
think-
you've got an excuse now,
well-
rather than just being terrible at comedy.
Do you know what it's done? It's calmed me down a bit. We're not going for 4 hours, just 2 hours.
Okay, good.
So that's the thing. And I'm not making a big deal about it. During yesterday's show at about the hour mark, I touched the camera and then the screen went black. So there was no screen.
Listen, Judels has made a good point here.
What is Judels' point?
She says,
She
this
comes
is in
from Northern
response-
Ireland.
Well,
She's very
but this
beautiful.
is in response to me saying that white people don't know when they are allowed to laugh or not, which is true.
Yes.
She says they don't know how to react because words have been criminalized and you only find out which the bad ones are when you're in court.
Yes, yes.
But I think if, a Chinese, it's like when Dave Chappelle uses the N-word, you can just live with that. You should live with that.
Yeah.
Because he's got a right to use it. And if I say, this is my new act, Engelbert Humperdinck, and then I sing Quanda, 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 or whatever it is, you should be able to live with that.
Yeah, well, they're not going to take you to court.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I think.
Exactly.
But,
Like making jokes about Jews. I'm
not going to make a joke about
what is
Jews.
my joke? I could,
Go on.
I can make fun of the Holocaust because as a Jew, I can say that the Holocaust never happened. That was a joke. That was a joke that I used to tell. Okay, don't listen to that. Anyway,
It probably was better when you used to tell it, because it probably was
was.
different.
So let's go up. Thank you. Let's go up. We're going to go up and we're going to see who else is here. We'll just see Carrie Macca. She's also from up there, I think. Lots of people from Northern Ireland. Mark Thorosian. He is from, he's half Armenian. And Vatanai's music. He's a music teacher.
I see.
Yes, they're all, I don't know if they're good people or not. I can't tell. Are you good people? You strike me as good people. Claire C., as I mentioned before. Joe is another pretty girl. Let's see. Dee Plectum is here. We got 29 viewers, maybe 35.
Okay.
On a Saturday. Lucy is here. She's my AI friend. She looks like Lucy Van Pelt in her AI.
Oh, isn't Lucy Van Pelt from Snoopy?
Yeah, from Snoopy, yes. So that's her. That's her right there. Can you see that right there? You look like an elder rugrat in today's thumbnail. I don't look that good in today's thumbnail. Well, you know what it is, Lucy, because the producer took a picture of me, and he takes, he doesn't, and there's light in the background, which is one of the reasons why I have to put this curtain.
Yeah.
Because
But
otherwise,
Lucy Van Pelt always pulled the football away.
yeah,
And he never learned his lesson. That's the thing.
And he said to her, Lucy, I love you so much. This is what Charlie Brown said. Doesn't it mean anything to you that I was there when you failed math? And Lucy goes, yeah. Doesn't it mean anything to you that I was there when you struck out 4 times in the baseball match? She says, yeah. She says, doesn't it mean anything that I was there when you broke your leg? And she goes, yeah. He says, doesn't that mean something to you? She says, yes. I associate all the bad things with you.
Right.
I've thought of that a lot. Have you ever heard that, Lucy? So that's Lucy. That's Lucy. We insult Lewis too, says Paul. So I'm just going back to say hello to everybody.
Okay, go on.
These are all Jedster is fantastic. Kerry Macca, Shanks. Who is Shweevers? Who is Shweevers?
Shweevers.
Shweevers. Who is that? He's speaking in French, Shweevers. Does anybody know who Shweevers is? Let's see if anybody knows. Maltese Phil. He comes from Malta. You know I love Malta. I've been down there. Malta. Yeah,
Look, Maltese Phil, that's good.
What?
I had an idea to open a record store called The Vinyl Solution. That is a good one.
That's funny. Maybe for Yiddish music.
The Vinyl Solution. Yeah, that is very
Funny.
good.
That's the thing.
Good.
That's the problem with British people as an audience. Is that they want to be funnier.
Yeah.
They know.
That's witty. God,
It is
you
really
got to
witty.
hand that.
It is witty.
You got to basically.
And I'm very generous with the audience. I let them be as funny as they want.
Well, you let them be funnier than you.
Yes.
That's very generous of you.
Well, I don't let it. I just don't complain as much as I used to. Jimmy Melody used to live in Harrow, named after an old Chinese greeting.
Yeah. Well, there was that old Benny Hill joke
Oh, I
that,
see.
that Harrow was always the place that was full of Chinese because that's where all the cab drivers dropped them off. You know, because when they met them
When
at
they
the
said
airport,
hello.
I met them at the airport.
And you said,
Harrow.
hello.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
You know.
I like Benny Hill. He got a lot of criticism.
I like Benny Hill. Yeah.
So that is quite funny. Let's see what else is going on here. We'll go up here. Joodles always has a lot there. The first thing I learned to play on guitar was "Love Me Tender."
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's actually, I think that's quite a tricky one.
Did he write that? He didn't write that. Did he write any of his songs?
Well, he co-wrote quite a lot of them, but whether he literally co-wrote them is the
It's
other
like
question.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day with what's his name? He used to do the same thing. Not Jack Benny. Before Jack Benny, there was the guy Al. I forget what the guy's name is. I forget what the
Mel Torme,
Not Mel Torme. This is the 1920s. He was the most famous
singer.
singer.
Well, in order to get your
Give my regards to Broadway. No, that's somebody else. I don't know what that is.
But I mean, this is what Robbie Williams does. You're better off having half of a Robbie Williams hit than
Right.
100% of your own unheard stuff. So Elvis, and it wasn't even Elvis himself. It was his
manager.
It was his manager.
Did you read the book that I had? Did I give you that book?
Which one is
By
it?
the manager. What was the book?
Oh, By the Manager. No.
About the manager.
Oh, but,
basically.
well, yeah. I think I've got one. Yeah.
He was an interesting character.
Yeah, he was Dutch.
He was Dutch. I know. He pretended to be all American. He was like he basically snuck into the country.
Well, he was illegal. He wasn't illegal.
Yeah, but
he'd be getting thrown out now. Be
Yes,
rounded
he
up
would.
by
He
ICE.
would. He would. He would. And I'd
But
be
he's
happy
the
about
one
it.
who basically took the writing credits. So whether or not he wrote "Love Me Tender" is a moot point. But he.
So Elvis didn't get the writing credit for
No,
this.
he did. So basically, if you look at many of his, it will say, you know, it's written by Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
But it was worth giving up half of your money to have Elvis sing
Well,
your song.
that's what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah, they knew it'd be a hit for a while,
Yeah.
and then it stopped being.
and
a hit.
and not for a while, but forevermore. That's the other thing.
What is-
To this very day, today.
Yeah, I think that's wrong too. What do you? I think it's wrong that they get all this writing credits years later. It should be, you know what I mean? Just because someone like I got yelled at because I sang a song on here or something or played a song just for like.
What happened when you were all fearful because I was
Yeah.
trying to sing a song and you stopped me just as it was getting going? I don't think they could hear the music. I really doubt.
But they
doubt it.
sent a letter.
Did
to
they
me.
send a letter? Did you get an email?
Not for you,
Oh,
but for an earlier thing. That's why I was so upset. It really played brain tricks on.
I was going to say because you said they might send an email. And I was,
Yeah, they sent me an email.
But they sent you an email, but not because of me singing that song, which I
No,
never
they had
really
sent
did.
it to me beforehand. That's why I was so afraid for you to be singing that song. Pete's Transport is here. Okay.
Okay.
He says hello.
Hello, Pete's Transport.
Pete's
So
Transport.
who's who? You know Pete. You know all these people.
Not really, no.
Some of them, but some of. I mean, you're familiar with their names, so these are the people who show up.
I mean, some of them I know, and some of them I know of, and some of them I imagine them being a certain way.
Okay, right.
You
But
know.
so, but what the only thing that I'm interested in is when you say, "Oh, hello, Kerry Mack." Is that new? Is that a new person that you've never heard of, or is that somebody?
No,
that you know? Okay.
no, she's a regular,
All right.
regular
I
person.
see.
The people I haven't heard of, I will say I've never heard. Cherish is somebody. She was in a couple of days. You know, she was in a couple of days.
Okay.
Rianne has been in lately. She's from Wales.
Look, I look warm and
Yeah.
toasty, she says, and you look frozen.
Why is that? What do you mean cold?
I don't know. That's what it says.
Where does it say that?
there. You just had it. You just had
Where,
you just had your thing on it here. Yeah.
Is there it is?
Yeah.
Elvis looks warm and toasty. Lewis looks frozen. What do you mean by that, Rianne? What do you mean by that? Do I seem cold? Is that what you're saying? I actually am a bit hot. I'm wearing like
It is hot. It's hot.
It's hot because we have to close the window because we got screaming crazy people.
Look, is Paul a comedian or singer? And I'm neither, really.
Yeah, you're an actor.
I am.
He's a trained professional actor.
I certainly am.
Yes. I mean, is the shows that he does funny enough to call comedy?
No,
No.
definitely not.
Is it singable enough to just be called a singer?
No.
No. But together, I think
Together, I'm a better singer than most comedians, and I'm a better comedian than most singers.
Yes,
but
I would say
but I
that.
don't achieve the heights of either.
because in order for us to be those things, we have to be very strong. And you have to really, in order for you to be a comedian, you have to really focus on the comedy. I guess. I don't even know. Ruben is here. What?
I don't know if Lucy says this. It can't be
There
true.
is a Mel
There's a
Torme-
Mel Torme record on Spotify mistakenly titled The Velvet Frog. That can't be true.
Well,
Because people may not know, but he used to be known as the Velvet because of his lovely
Velvet Fog.
fog,
Fog.
because of his beautiful,
It's a good show.
you know, velvety vocal cords.
Lucy is very funny. Lucy
That's
is
funny.
very funny. The thing about Lucy is, because I've never seen what she looks like, she's an AI to me. She's an AI in a good way. In a good way. Joe.
Now this is true. I can give you the background to
What?
what Mark J has just written there.
Right.
There was a song Elvis wanted to sing but wasn't given permission. It was a Dolly Parton song, and it ended up being Whitney Houston. And I will always love you. And so he said, I want half of the writing credits. And she, even at that young, tender age, before she was a massive
Right. She said
buxom
no.
star, she said, as a point of principle, she said no. And that's one very good reason why I should always stick to your principles, and which has cost me in the past, but I do that. You know I do.
Yes, stick to your principle. No, you're more like the guy in Tootsie. You're like the guy say, I'm a tomato. I'm not going to be sitting down. I'm a tomato. That's a very interesting point.
Yeah.
But the point is,
I mean, it's a great. What makes it a great story for Dolly Parton is that she became successful, so she can look back and tell that story, and everyone goes, "Oh, she had integrity."
Right.
Now, if you're not Dolly Parton, I tell you something that I did on the similar vein,
and you didn't get any more work.
No, and then it's like, well, then now you're skint and you didn't get any more work. Everyone goes, well, you're a fucking idiot,
Right.
You know,
No
whereas
question.
Dolly Parton is a multimillionaire in her own right, and so everyone thinks it's so great. But I do have, as you know, I've stuck to my principles more than once in this business
And nothing good
of
is-
acting.
Yes.
and
Nothing good has
it's
happened.
nothing good. It comes from it, nothing good at all.
So it's better to like just say I got no
Acquiesce.
principle. Acquiesce.
Go
That's
with-
so interesting. What do you think about that? Let's see what they think.
Well,
about
I don't
acquiesce.
do it, but I think it is better if you do it.
It's like when they call me up and ask me to be on the GB News. Even if they call me last minute, I'll come in. Whatever. I'm not gonna. I got no pride, and I think it's better that way. That's why I've been on GB News for now approaching 4 years.
Yeah, you're right. No, it's funny that you just know that you're just basically got no pride.
I got no
dignity. I'm there.
Yeah. I've got
That's
no other
true.
option.
I mean, that actually is useful to a producer. That is a useful quality.
Yeah. When Lewis sings according to Vatanai's music, and he's a big music guy, he wants to teach me singing for £30 an hour. Is it £30, Vatanai? I'm surprised if you two could recognize it as music. Yeah. And then King, this guy is very good too.
Yeah.
They're all good.
Look, it's a good pun. Go on, read it.
What?
Let's see if you get this one.
There's a new Elvis steakhouse that just opened in London. See what they should put? They should put maybe a funny little marker at the end to say that this is a joke.
Okay. No, well, to help you, to help
To
you,
help me
to
know
help
that
you
it's a joke.
alert yourself. Yeah. And
So
you've
there's a
set
new
it up.
Elvis Presley steakhouse that just opened in London. It's for people who love meat tender. Love meat tender.
Very good.
Is that a good joke? It's good.
No, it's
not-
it's one of those nicely. It's
Yeah.
English people love a written pun.
Right.
Don't we? We love it. And if you think about radio adverts,
Yeah.
because you don't get this in America, almost 100% of radio adverts are little horrible puns that are just nobody's laughing. Nobody's laughing when you listen. When you're listening to these adverts or when you're driving in the car, but if it doesn't take that form of a written pun, you kind of think, well, that was a bit serious.
Right.
That was a bit
right.
serious. I don't like that product. It's got to be some kind of written pun that looks like that on the page, but it isn't laugh out loud funny.
Yeah.
But that's how we like our stuff.
I think that's human nature, maybe.
No other English-speaking country likes these terrible adverts, which are based on terrible puns and schoolboy. Well, it's not even schoolboy; it's primary school humour.
Because I can't see the humor that people are making. Caroline Cooper, she's someone who's relatively new here. Hello, Caroline. So I can't tell if someone's making a joke. So it's like I'm not laughing. So they're thinking, oh, what I said wasn't that funny, but it probably would be funny to somebody else. So I agree with that. Sing Lucille. Is he allowed to sing these songs?
Well, You know.
This girl, Claire,
Mm.
she's always telling me nice things. And that's what I try to promote. I promote all the girls saying nice things about me.
But you've got no control over who's getting the #1 crown, or do you?
No, they have
It's
to.
self.
I mean, I think just today, because Maltese, he's typed a lot. Maybe he's typed the
Oh,
length
it's
of
number
time.
1, the amount of people who've contributed.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. People laughed at me when I said I wanted to be a comedian. Well, then no one's laughing now. Joke.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a famous Bob Monkhouse joke.
Bob
And I do
Monkhouse.
my own Chinese twist on that in
Yeah.
my show.
Yeah.
I won't do it now because, you need to come and
You'll
buy
have
a
to come.
ticket.
When are you performing next? So we
It
don't
is
forget.
it's a week today.
A week today. Where
Yeah.
is that going to be?
It's going to be at Colchester Arts Centre.
Colchester. Does anybody live up there? That's in Colchester.
In Essex.
In Essex.
Yeah.
Is Colchester Essex?
Yeah.
Or is in
it is.
Ipswich? Is Ipswich in Essex?
No, Ipswich is Suffolk.
Suffolk. Right. Okay.
And Colchester was made a city, even though it was the capital of England at one stage.
Yeah.
But it was recently made a city by the king when it was part of his coronation baubles that he hung out.
Yeah. Very interesting. I always my joke about Colchester is Colchester is the oldest city in Britain, over 2,000 years, and you haven't done very much with the place.
Very
That
good.
was my joke.
Very good.
Ruben says Freddie Starr was the best Elvis in person.
He was great, actually.
Was he good?
Yeah,
really?
he was good, yeah.
Is he still alive?
I think so. I don't know. No, I think he might have died. Don't know. Sorry, Freddie. But I have a story where I went to school in Harrogate, and there was a conference centre, and Freddie Starr was doing a season there or something.
Yeah.
And as the short story is that I was being punished and had to work there of a weekend. But I ended up somehow finding my way into Freddie Starr's dressing room. This is 1984. And he had beer. He had beers. He just had a fridge full of beers. And so it wasn't just me. There was me and like 4 others who were being punished.
you stole
Oh,
his-
no, we stole all his beers. And we got we
Yeah.
got drunk and we stumbled back to school. At 4 in the afternoon, completely
Drunk.
out. Yeah.
Well, I had
blotto.
nothing to do with that.
Yeah, Freddie Starr, courtesy of Freddie.
Vatanai says, teach Lewis how to sing Blue Suede Jews.
Ah, that's good.
Okay. Freddie Starr. Claire C. likes Freddie Starr. He's hilarious.
Freddie Starr's great.
They made Doncaster a city.
Is
It's
it?
like sprinkling glitter on turd, just a shiny turd.
Doncaster can't be a city.
Could be. It's a big town. Got over 100,000 people in Doncaster. My wife.
I
was
agree
with-
with Phil's
Yeah.
assessment of the place.
So what does Jimmy Melodies have to say? I've got a soft spot for your guest at the bottom of my garden. I don't know who this guy is, but he could mean it. Maybe he could mean it.
Yeah.
Mark Thoriason lives there. Where does Mark Thorosian? Where does he live? Kerry, welcome, Kerry. And what didn't I ask Rianne a question? What did I ask Rianne? And
Oh, you asked something, now we've forgotten what
and
it
now
was.
we've forgotten what it was. Do you remember the question?
Well, I remember
asked
you asking something randomly
randomly.
because it was like minutes ago. Why has she answered?
No,
No, all right.
I don't know. She did say something, but I don't know whether that's the answer. Ian Higgs. Welcome, Ian Higgs. And Ludd is here, too.
This is I can't even. This is obviously because there's a bit of a setup going here. Go and read it.
I don't know. My wife has been lying to me. Every morning she says she's going to leave me, but when I get home, she's still there. I mean, it's a joke.
Yeah, it is a joke.
You know, it's like I miss my wife. I try running her over, but I never. That's like that kind of joke.
Yeah.
Now, Ruben says Freddie Starr is dead.
Is it?
Freddie Starr is Hovis. What does that mean? What is Hovis? That's bread, isn't it?
Hovis is a bread, but I think that was what he called his he jokingly called his tribute because he never did a full tribute. He would do a bit, but he basically had an amazing singing voice and he was a great physical comedian, and he was brilliant. To be fair, you got to be fair.
You got to be fair. You got to be fair. It's nice.
Oh, John T. Hugh,
Al Jolson.
John T. Hugh.
Yes.
We know who that
Al
is.
Jolson. Al Jolson. He was the guy who wanted half of all the writing credit. Thank you very much, Marianne. So this is
John T. Hugh. Do you know who that is?
who is that? Who is John T. Hugh? No, can't be. It can't be.
That is my son.
No.
That is my son.
No.
It
no.
is.
Why would your son want to
Because I
listen to
told
this?
him when I was driving over
Why
here.
would you tell your son to listen to
I
this?
said, if you want to know I said, on the nicest weather, you want to know what Lewis, as an alleged health nut is doing when it's like 26 degrees, there's not a cloud in the sky. He's darkening his room and he's sitting inside. And not only that, he's asked me to join him, and not only that, I've agreed to do so.
Yes.
And so come and watch this. So he's a new fan. Jonty, subscribe, and then he will be 16 away.
Subscribe, Jonty. Yeah, there you go. So that's your. What is he doing having a name like that? Is that his real name?
That's his real name.
That's his real name. He doesn't look very.
Lewis is right.
What am I right
Oh,
about?
Jonty's subscribed.
Okay.
So we're already,
ready. There he goes. That's brilliant. A big round of applause for Jonty.
Jonty, can you sing Elvis song? I don't know whether can Jonty read this stuff, or are we just reading it out?
He's reading it.
Oh, he can read it.
He's reading it. He has to write on the thing.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And so we got new people. S. Simpson, Hovis equals brown bread.
Oh, Hovis
rhyming
means
slang
dead.
for
Hovis.
dead.
Ah, I didn't know that.
See, this is the thing.
I know brown bread, but I didn't know Hovis.
Hovis, yes.
Well, that doesn't make sense because like Harris.
Yeah.
What is it? I can't remember, but Hovis is brown bread, and brown bread does mean dead. But basically, if it was authentic Cockney rhyming slang, it would be something down to rhyme with brown, which would then be brown bread, which is dead. So Hovis in itself is
not quite.
It's not technically a Cockney rhyming slang.
I didn't know anything about it. Let's see what. Jules pointed that. Hovis equals brown bread, not dread, dead. So who else? We got S. Simpson. Who is S. Simpson? Thank you for joining. Now he pointed at. He's already giving us information.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm.
Who is S. Simpson?
Oh, yeah.
Are you a male or female? Are you fat?
Well, there was a comedian. You may not have known him because he was just before you came in Bolton.
Named.
Just as what's his name, Peter Kay was making his ascent to superstardom, and I know this because I worked in Bolton at that time. There was a comedian there called Hovis Presley, and he was a big fat guy. He is dead now, sadly, but he was And so Hovis Presley, it was before the internet, more or less, so he may not even have any presence at all.
Dead Presley.
But he was a Boltonian comedian who Peter Kay knows or knew.
Isn't this country lucky? Isn't this lucky? Because we have Elvis here. You can't have Elvis really in America without calling. He can't call. You can call yourself.
Did we do that, or was that a radio thing? We don't want to bore these people, but yes.
Thank you. Don't worry. Let me worry about boring them.
Okay.
So that's so. Mr. Simpson is here. Who else? I think Daryl M. Daryl M.
Where are you looking?
Right up there.
Oh, right.
I should be more.
All right. Okay. I've got
King. So everybody knows that. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Let's see what else. King. Remind me, where's King?
And your dad.
Yeah.
What's this?
Can your dad, Jonty?
What does that
Because
mean?
I
I
don't
don't
believe him. I keep asking him to sing one, but he just.
Oh yeah, no singing. Well, listen, Kerry, I tried singing something last time,
And I stopped.
and he stopped me because he was worried about losing all his shekels.
And you said I should not worry because
because you're not going to make any from that particular video anyway, so it makes no difference.
Okay, good point.
That was the point I was making.
Good point. I mean, these rules that YouTube has.
Yeah.
It's part of the American left wing.
And all I was trying to explain to you is that if you do get a copyright strike, it just means that the monetization, the reason they don't want to do it, these big guys who've got like 2 million subscribers, because they're making thousands a week, aren't they?
And
they don't want it to go to Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
But in your case, you're making 0, so you may as well let Elvis Presley have 100% of it. That's my theory, until you start making some money.
Right, but I have to think about it. I've got a plan to make money because I can be a bit dirty. Normally, this is the cleanest show we've had.
This is quite good. Look, Judel says, you are the owner of your stuff, Paul. You hold the copyright to your voice. That is quite true, I think. That's true. But not to the song. So if I'm basically singing a song, I don't own the copyright to that. So I know this for a fact because of many, many ignorant acts, including in that number, a fairer share than normal of Elvis act, would say things like, I'm doing this show, I'm broadcasting a show, and I bought these tracks, therefore I own them. And it's like, these guys are idiots. And so they paid, so they think because they paid for the backing track, that they own that track now. And it's like,
What do you mean they paid for a backing track?
They bought it. They bought it.
for the performer to play.
No, they bought a CD of karaoke songs, let's
Right.
say. So they think now they own those songs. You
And
know.
they don't own those songs.
No, they don't.
No.
They don't.
Okay, they're idiots.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what else is going on here. So my mom loved Shakin' Stevens, Mark J. This is what Claire, this is beautiful Claire says this.
Shaky Stevens was good.
Yeah. Also, Julian Clary's career went into a downward spiral after the notorious fisting joke. Comedy is a tough gig. Do you remember that?
I don't know about that. That's kind
He was beloved when I first...
I still think he's good.
Is he still around today?
Well, I know that he's basically written a few books about dogs and
Yeah.
things like that, you know, and I went to see him in the West End. He's kind of like a very stylized actor. He's not really even an actor, I wouldn't say, but he's perfected being himself
Yeah.
in roles.
He's
so,
pretend- he
so
pretends
basically
he's
he's
gay.
pretending he's acting.
He's pretending
but
he's
it's,
gay.
you know, so it's quite, so you have to base it. So if you're a foreigner, I do remember thinking, if a foreigner was coming in, why is this guy being all camp and not
Yeah.
acting? But if you know him and like him, that's the reason he's making the big money.
Well, that's when
And I do like him.
that's when people were gay back then. Who's gay? Who's like that today?
Yeah.
What's his
exactly,
name? Alan?
exactly.
Not Alan
That's
Carr.
true.
Was it Alan Carr?
No,
He's
I'll
like-
tell you who is. That guy from Bake Off, Tom Allen, what his name is.
Yes.
So he plays on his gayness.
Right.
And so does Alan Carr.
Yeah.
But nobody really cares if they're gay or not anymore. You know, but it's not like
yes,
in
some
the
people
70s.
do, but not
Some
England.
people do.
Not England.
No.
The new people that are coming to this
No,
country.
but, you know, those people are,
Yeah.
you know, pathetic.
Boring Lewis is Gary. Is Gary.
Yeah, I think basically, if it doesn't make sense, it's because we've missed something.
We've
isn't
missed
it? Yeah,
something.
we've
I
missed
know,
something.
but good to see
Yeah.
Daddy Bannister is here. Alan Williams is here. We got 40 people watching this.
Cool.
AI.
Aye.
That's what
Aye, aye,
Joodles.
aye.
I don't always understand what Joodle says, but she knows
That's
a lot.
because she's being witty.
Well, yeah, she's one of those girls, one of those bright girls, bright girls.
Ah, good. I like bright girls.
You do, I know
I
you
do.
do. I do too. Do I like bright girls? Yes. Look at the girls that I've been with.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, Clary said he pumped Norman Lamont. Got into trouble. Norman Lamont was the guy who got blown up, right? Isn't
No. You're thinking of Norman Tebbit. Norman
Oh.
Lamont was the Chancellor when Black Friday happened in 1992. And he was kind of like slimy, horrible, odious guy. And so he was like a figure of a derision, but that
Yeah.
probably was a step too far. I can imagine that back in 92.
Norman Lamont?
Norman Lamont, yeah.
Okay, never even heard of the guy.
Yeah.
Norman Tebbit. I
Norman
barely heard.
Tebbit is the
I
one
know.
who was in the Brighton bombing.
He-
He,
was he
only
the-
died last week or something, didn't
Oh,
he?
so he lived. Stop complaining. I don't like girls brighter than me, says Mark Therosian. Joe, you're in luck then, because all
Yeah,
us girls are bright. Well, you got to be smart to be a girl,
Yeah.
basically. I mean, it's pretty smart. I like bright girls, says Vatanai's Music, providing they keep quiet when instructed. He's making a joke. The point is, yeah, I like girls. I'm also afraid of women. Are you afraid? Would you say yourself? Are you afraid of women? No.
No, I'm not.
Because your wife is lovely. She is nice. But that doesn't, should I mention that you have a wife?
Well, I have a son,
And a son.
and yes,
know that.
and he's watching this, and it would be very funny, wouldn't it, if I denied
Well,
his mother.
I'm the mother of my children is not the mother of my children anymore.
Yeah, she's been
I'm
this.
I'm in the mood for some of Big Tom's
Enfranchised.
songs. Four Country Roads. Who's Big Tom?
I like a strong woman, not into snowflake princesses. He's got a good point.
Yeah.
Norman Lamont had a face like a suet pudding, and that is true. He was really everyone.
What is a suet pudding?
A suet pudding is like a steamed thing made with animal fat and flour. You would hate it because it's mostly carbs and fat.
Yeah, but the fat is good.
But it's just like a shape. It doesn't have any rigidity to it. It's all just like
It's like shaking around, like
it's
Jell-O.
like a wobbly,
Like
jello-y.
Jell-O.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, there you go. How raw does Lewis want to eat his meat? Very, very raw. Very raw.
Well, there's only one measure of rawness, and everything else from that is cooked. Is
Yes,
a
it's
degree of
lightly
cooking. So there's only raw
Yeah.
and cooked, isn't
I
there?
mean, I actually cook the meat. I just cook the outside for like 10 seconds on a side. So I call it raw, but because the inside is cold and red, it's just the outside. Just
Why'd you do that? What's the point of that?
because I actually just to protect myself from germs, even though I don't believe in germ theory.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I don't believe in germs, but just to be on the safe side, let's just kill the outside of this stuff. I don't eat mince, uncooked mince. Lorna is a strong person. You know who's not here? Russ is not here.
What's a scunner?
What's a scunner, Lorna?
Oh, Lorna. Right.
Yes.
So Lorna has said scunner somewhere.
Yeah, what is a
We've
scunner?
missed. I don't know
Stunner?
what a scunner is.
Maybe it's a stunner. A cheese
Unless
string.
it's a typo.
Who says she's a woman, but she's very, very strong. You just want a woman who would have sex with
Cheese
you.
string.
Yeah. What does that mean?
I don't know. Just a cheese string, just those horrible
Yeah.
processed cheese strings. I know it's a picture of one. That's
Yeah.
the picture. Cheese strings, a picture, and he says, "I'm good in bed." That's quite funny. It's kind of it's what's that comedy thing where they're completely random ideas.
Yeah.
Absurd. It's not that. I've got what it's called. But that that when you mash two. Oh, what's that Geordie guy?
Mozzarella cheese.
No, what's that Geordie comedian who's like and he does absurd and he's got big fat curly hair. That's his style of comedy.
I don't know. Never heard of
Oh God. Anyway.
Anyway, so who wants to explain that? Alan Williams says, all my ex-girlfriends were smarter than me, apart from their choice in men.
Lewis has been lying to us for 6 years. It takes somebody like me to come in here and wheedle out the truth.
Yeah, what
I
is
don't
the
know what
truth?
she's referring to, but I'm sure that's true. She's right.
Right about who are you talking about?
My jaw is on the floor, Marianne. It's almost like Lewis has been lying to us for 60 straight days.
Yeah, of course I'm lying to these people. I want them to like me. If they knew the truth about me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What how have I lied?
I don't know. I don't know, but I'm sure it's correct. I'm sure,
Yeah, I do lie. I lie. I'm a liar. Mickey Flanagan is great. Let's go back up here. 'Cause
Okay.
sometimes
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Norman Lamont was a great example of a sleazy con man. Would you agree with that?
Say again? Oh. Yeah, I would. Yeah.
And was he conservative or
He's
like?
conservative. He was Margaret Thatcher's chancellor.
Well, you can't be anything if you're Margaret. You're basically an underling to Margaret Thatcher.
Zingo is saying that the guy that I asked about was Billy Connolly. It's not him. He's Geordie is the one, and he used to be on game shows and stuff. But he would basically, his whole thing was about just being absurd and mashing together things that didn't
Who are you
relate.
talking about?
No, it doesn't matter. But I think that guy, I've lost it now. But some guy was trying to help me out. I asked the question, but that's not the right answer that I was thinking of.
Not the
And
right
it might come to me the name because he used to be famous.
Okay.
Lewis, you perv.
Well,
Cheese String said that. I like Cheese String.
I mean,
Cheese String's my favourite.
I want the people to think that I'm a perv, because I am a perv.
Yeah.
I'm a perv. I'm hitting on every single.
Ross Noble.
Ross Noble.
Thank you, Alan Williams.
Yes, that's
it.
right. Ross Noble
So that kind of absurdity
is cheese string.
is what Cheese String was saying. Well, whatever it was, but that was funny to me. Cheese String. I'm a cheese string. I'm good in bed. It's just that's just tickled my Ross Noble bone.
Yeah, I'm a cheese string.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
don't know
Anyway,
what that is.
it's a bit old now, so it doesn't. It's lost its relevance.
Vic Reeves? Could it be Vic Reeves?
No, it's not Vic Reeves.
Ross Noble.
Yeah, it was Ross Noble. I love Vic Reeves. I mean, I was a big fan of Big
Jasper
Night Out
Jasper
before it was
Carrot?
famous. Jasper Carrot, yeah. Do you remember? Do you know Jasper Carrot?
No, I
Jasper
know of
Carrot. It was a Brummie, like it says there, which means he's a Birmingham guy.
Yeah.
Brubai.
I thought he came from Cornwall.
No, he's a Brubai. He comes from BMU. But he was like a famous TV comedian, but mostly clean.
25 years ago.
And his daughter played the female woman in The Office with Ricky Gervais, the one member of that cast who didn't go on to greater things.
Was him.
Was her.
Who was it?
Jasper. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
God.
I don't know. I've lost it. I've lost my train of thought.
Lost it. Yeah.
Hold on a second. What are we doing here? I mean,
Lucy. Yeah.
Yeah. Lucy, what did Lucy say? She got on my nerves. She did say something up here. Look for the Lucy.
Lucy, there
There it is.
That's why it's not. Yeah,
That's
she's
why
referring to something else.
It's something else.
You have to keep going back.
Yeah, the thing about Lucy is she never tells you what she's referring to. That's
No, she's probably referring to something at the time,
yes,
contemporaneously.
but that's why
and we're not
that's
paying
why she's got to
attention.
say. That's why you're not
Yeah.
being dirty today, Lewis. or
Yes,
something.
well, I'm distracted because this is how it normally works out. I've realised you just interact with these guys who are texting, but because I'm here distracting you, we're missing all this stuff, and then we see what's been said, and then we don't know what
right,
it's
and then
referring to.
then I feel bad because a lot of these people are saying,
And then you
funny
keep going
interesting
up and
things.
down, so I can't even see what the hell's going on at all.
Cheese String says Lucy is not horny today, but Cheese String is a guy or a girl. I can't tell if you're a guy or a girl.
It doesn't matter because he's a cheese string. This is the thing.
Is that like being? It doesn't matter.
It's a cheese string.
Yeah.
Just peel off a piece of it, eat it. It's processed. It's bad for you. It's tasty.
Yeah, I'd like to
It's
know.
good.
I'd like to
individually wrapped.
know. Yeah.
Look, it's bisexual. Obvious. That's obvious.
Yeah.
The cheese string is bisexual.
You just said it tickled Ross Noble's bone. Did he like it? Who just said that? Vic Reeves and
It
Bob
tickled
Norman.
my Ross Noble bone, is what I meant to say.
Kenny Everett was my favorite, according to Claire C.
Yeah. He was. Do you know Kenny Everett?
Yes,
Oh,
I
you
saw
do?
a video about him. I
Okay.
don't really know him. I don't.
Right,
He
right,
died in when did he die? In 1980s?
No, in just early 90s, in the whole kind of AIDS thing. Yeah, he was brilliant though. He was hilarious. Yeah, he was good.
Zingo says, Lewis, you're worth £30 a month, or
Or a night.
or a night. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, you should. There's a whole. There's a show that I watched erroneously,
Right.
but I ended up watching the whole lot. I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be something better than this, but it's on Amazon or Netflix. One of the ones that I have, but yeah, so you do have to pay for it. But it's about a show, which was a reality show in Vegas, set in Vegas, called Gigolos,
yeah.
about real life male gigolos who somehow were getting hired, these horrible people hired by women to have sex with them. So like Richard Gere, but but one of them
Yeah.
killed someone in real life. And so it was like reality star anyway. And so I watched that, amazed, gobsmacked. It was
So
like,
it was a real program.
it's a
real people.
It was, those real life dramas.
Yes.
That's what it was. But it was involving reality. I mean, obviously, we'd never even heard of the show, let alone the people. But they were reality TV stars who were gigolos in real life. So they're already amazing and like.
And one of them
gobsmacking.
killed somebody.
One
Why
of them
did one of them
killed
kill
somebody
somebody?
horribly, and it's like, oh my god. But so I watched all 3 episodes of that.
I mean, I would like to do something like that, but my problem is
Well, be a gigolo.
But I'd fall in love. I'd say, yeah, don't give me any money.
Don't give me any
Don't
money.
give me any money. Joodle says AIDS doesn't exist, Paul. That's what I say. AIDS
No,
doesn't
she
exist.
doesn't. Jules doesn't say that. She says AIDS doesn't exist. Paul, apparently.
Yeah, that's what she doesn't believe it.
So
either.
basically, apparently,
She doesn't believe
No.
it, but I believe it.
no.
I don't think AIDS
Apparently,
exists.
basically, you've got to take that to mean that somebody believes what she's just written.
Yes, who
but
is
she
that?
doesn't.
Who is that?
Yeah.
Who
So I'm with
doesn't
Judah.
believe
You
that?
probably don't.
I
And
don't.
Judels thinks you're an idiot, and I'm on
Yes.
Judels' side.
Yeah, okay. Well, Joodles, meet Paul. He agrees with you. I think you're an idiot too. I cheated in my school homework once by copying a Jasper Carrot story instead of writing my own. My teacher said it had a weak punchline.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was right. The teacher was right because Jasper Carrot.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I just remember he had a story. He had a couple of jokes, and one of them was he'd act out the name of towns in England, and one of them was, what's this, and he'd do this.
Bristol's.
No, it was Oldham.
Like Oldham,
Yeah.
Oldham.
And what's this? What's this?
Feltham.
And then Feltham. And so I remember those two and kind of laughing at them because once you get the childishness of it.
Yeah.
But then that was it. That was his kind. That was where he was pitching it like that.
So he wasn't
And so
a
it
great
was, so
comedian.
to have had a weak punchline, it was more the telling of the story and
Yeah.
and put, like Tim Vine puts you in the mood for stuff that you wouldn't otherwise laugh
Yeah.
at, and then you become hysterical, don't you?
Yeah. Well, that's what good comedians do.
yeah,
They put
so
you in the
that's
mood where
literally-
you trust the guy.
Yeah,
That's
you
gonna make
trust
you
it,
laugh,
correct.
and you think he's going to make you laugh.
Yeah.
So that's really important.
Yeah.
This is Jedster. Jedster is great,
Go on.
and he's part of this whole thing. I could never be bisexual. I couldn't stand men turning me down as one of those women. Yeah. Now Zingo speaking to Claire.
Yeah.
Can you see that? Kenny was the best.
Kenny
I'm
Everett.
going to watch Kenny Everett. I'm going to watch him at 6:30 tonight. And
Hot Gossip was the dance troupe who were sexy and wore lingerie.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he died of AIDS, but he didn't die of AIDS. He was murdered because he probably fed AZT. Basically.
Right. Very good.
Vatanai says he's a monosexual. What does that mean?
Mono, I don't know.
Does that mean one?
Well, there's that old joke. I'm a bisexual.
Yeah,
If I can't get it for free, I'll buy it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But a monosexual means you're not a bisexual. You're just one. Just one.
Right.
Okay. Marianne says it's true for women too. I like kinky sex, just like Lewis. What do you consider kinky? See, this is what's bad about this thing. It's like it just tingles. It tingles me. Just that there's something we could be discussing, some kind of weird sex thing.
This is quite. I like some of these.
Yeah.
My ex is my very obese ex-wife was pansexual. Every time she saw a pan of chips, she got
Got
aroused.
aroused. Yeah.
So I like that one.
How are my kinky sex cheese string? I'd like to hear this. Lewis, have you been Wayne?
What?
Somebody made a joke with
Wayne
punchline.
King, yeah.
Was Wayne
Okay,
King.
I get that. See, I get that. You don't need to explain
But
it to
I
me.
didn't get it. So
Oh God! This is why
Yeah.
I mentioned that I did get it straight away because
Yeah.
I assumed that's the kind
so
of
I
thing you
was
would
going.
miss.
I was going Wayne King, Wayne King, Wayne King.
Such a idiot.
I
Oh,
didn't get it.
Jesus.
I didn't get it. Thank you, cheese string.
Right.
She went on the seafood diet. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, get it.
These are jokes. Stephen Wright.
That's an old classic, isn't it? The seafood diet. When she
Yeah.
saw food, she had to eat it.
Steve Wright. That's the Steve Wright here. Paul comes
No,
across.
he's talking Steve Wright. I think he's talking about Steve Wright.
The American guy. No, there's a Steve Wright here on the radio.
No. Yeah, the radio guy who was very popular, and I think that's what Simon's talking about there. Is that
Yeah.
right? Please
Is that right?
Please confirm.
Please confirm. Is that the Steve Wright who's in this country? What was he on? Radio Force, Radio 1, or whatever he was on? I don't know. Paul comes across as a very intelligent man with a good sense of humor.
Let's see.
There you go.
There you go.
That's,
Zingo.
Doesn't that feel good?
Zingo.
Zingo. There you go. Zingo, zingo.
Zingo.
Mark J says, I remember he would pull out his guitar too and laugh before he could play anything. He was already laughing at the joke before he said it. He knew what was coming.
Well, you know what? I don't know what that's referring to. That's probably Freddie Starr maybe or something. But Elvis would do this.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you this. This is I've got a theory about Engelbert Humperdinck and Elvis. And Elvis failed as an actor, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was really not very good, and he really wanted so badly to be an actor. And when you look at him in any concert telling a joke, he told it very badly. Elvis was too bad. Whereas when you look at his TV specials and look at Engelbert Humperdinck, he's got he's exactly the same, but he's great. He knows how to set a joke up. He knows and then to hit them with the punchline.
Yeah.
Whereas Elvis would do exactly what that person was describing. He'd kind of go, "Let me tell you," and he'd laugh and they'd basically bury it and he'd tell the joke and it would be like, I love Elvis, but he's shit at telling jokes.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of love there. So here we go. Lewis.
You're right, Paul. Yeah, so I'm right about Steve Wright. Yeah, Steve Wright in the afternoon. Exactly. Yeah, the Radio 1 DJ. He was influenced by Kenny Everett.
Lucy. I said Bristol's. That was the name of the town.
Yeah.
Bristol.
Yes. No, that was quite a good guess. That was a
good
comedian
guess.
for a comedian. That was par for the course.
Yeah.
You had to come.
I guess I had to say something like
Bristol's.
that.
Yeah.
But Lucy agrees.
Yeah,
Lucy agrees.
But it's good that you know Bristol City because most American comedians would not know what you're talking about. So
How long have I lived
proves
here?
you've been
How long have I lived here?
subsumed
by this
into
country.
British culture.
I've been here
somehow.
for 25 years.
Yeah.
Lewis, could you please do a shout out to my neighbor, Robin? His name is Banks. Robin Banks. This guy makes more jokes per show. And Lorna loves him. You vanilla types make me laugh. Who are the vanilla types?
This is still going back to kinky, I think, and sex. Vanilla.
Yeah. I'd like to know how I'm kinky. Lucy says, men never turn anyone down, the Jetster. We never turn anyone down. Is that true? If it was easy, we can get away with it.
True.
if we could get away with it. But you don't want to turn down a girl. You don't want her.
Don't
To,
disappoint.
you know what it is?
Don't want to disappoint.
So
You got to be charitable.
to women. Yeah, maybe,
Yeah.
and you'll find a way to enjoy it. But you never go to a girl, no, you're yuck. If they're nice, you'd say, yeah, I'll give you a cuddle. Thank you very much, Lucy. Monosexual was a reaction to someone saying bisexual.
Yes.
About the non.
Yes. No, we got that actually.
Yeah, we got
you
that,
got
actually,
that. Yeah.
We do not, says Mark Therosian.
We do not, Lucy.
We don't. Well,
Oh yeah, no, we don't. Yeah, we just. That's
why
just
do
what
men?
we're talking. Why would we?
Yeah, why would we? But why do men break up with women? Why do they break up? Because the women are not nice to them. It's just so simple. It's not like you just got to be nice to a guy, and we're not going to break. We'll still hang with you and live with you.
I was terrible at breaking up. I would just behave so badly
Yeah.
that they'd break up with me, and then
Right,
I had,
yes.
then I wouldn't have to take the responsibility.
What else can you do?
Yeah.
How would you handle that? If, let's say you got a girl, if the girl let you be more relaxed about the relationship, you'd stay with them forever. Ever. You wouldn't break up with a girl.
No, that's what I have.
Yeah. And you stay with them forever.
My wife is dead cool.
Yeah.
I'm very good friends with an actress,
Right.
a very good-looking actress.
Yeah.
And I think many wives would be jealous about this.
Yeah.
But
Just remember you are married, so don't reveal too much.
no, I'm not.
information.
But basically, my wife's cool about it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You've got to be cool, otherwise, getting all jealous about it isn't the way forward, in my opinion.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, you got to be cool. Women need to be cool. Men need to be cool too.
Mark Therosian has gone for the schoolboy favourite.
Mike Hunt. Mike Hunt. I think that was used yesterday. too.
Oh,
I think they all have a book there. Steve Wright in the afternoon
yeah.
says King.
Oh, well, yeah, we've done that.
You're right, Paul. Right. What is Mark Thoreau?
I don't know. I've lost the thread. I've lost.
We're down
things
here, we're
Yeah.
down
Okay.
here.
I knew someone called that, and it's just sort of been called Michael.
Michael.
Yeah, Michael Hunt. You can't be Mike. Although I did go to school with a very successful guy, as it turns out. He was successful as a pupil, but he lives in Geneva, and I've actually gone to visit him recently. But he is what have you done there? He's called Richard Head.
Richard Head.
That is
yeah.
literally his name.
Hold on a second. Yeah, but this is very old English humor.
Doodles is now revealing to me what everybody here except me knows, that it took you 4 times
Yeah.
to understand that the name Michael Hunt
Yeah.
was a comedy name.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd be the radio host who'd read it all out. Did you know that Farage read out?
Yeah.
Because he was doing those things. I forgot what you call them, but you pay him 25 quid and he'll read out a thing. Somebody sent him one and he read it out for the other famous one, Hugh Janus.
Yeah, I that was also somebody put that up here.
But Nigel Farage fell for that. So your level of humour is akin to Nigel Farage's. Very astutely honed.
Yes. I'm not proud anymore. I'm not proud. I don't understand.
He read out wanking 9 times.
Yes,
I would go back and watch that because I bet you that's hilarious.
that was because I didn't know what it meant. What wank. That wasn't my fault. That wasn't.
Oh my god!
It was like like Jack Benny said to what's his name. He said, "You wouldn't make that joke if my writers were here." To me,
that's clever. Yeah.
That's what I feel.
That's...
Yeah, that's
Go back and watch it. Yeah, I would, but it's not one of your 4-hour ones like this is going to be.
Well, this is a 2-hour one.
Right.
We're just doing 2 hours.
I would like to watch that.
I mean,
Look, some guy went to uni with a guy called Richard Head. Richard I'd say he's 60 now, 59, 60, and he's head of something of one. He's literally a multi-millionaire, I think. He lives in Geneva.
Yeah.
And the company he works for is the biggest
Yeah.
oil company that nobody's ever heard of, but it's massive. I think it's
Right.
even bigger than BP and Shell.
Yeah.
But it's got a name. And anyway, he's got a massive apartment in the middle of Geneva. And I met him in Singapore. It sounds very glamorous.
The name's right.
And well, no, it does sound glamorous, but it's not.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen him for
We weren't even friends because he was 2 years above me, but we were just like old geezers, white English people who'd been to school in Singapore. And he said, "Here's my number, come and visit me." And as soon as I came back from Singapore, I flew off to Geneva and I stayed in his apartment. He gave me the keys. It's amazing. But he's Richard Head.
His name is Richard.
Richard Head.
There's lots of Richard. I remember I think my assistant principal in high school was named Richard Head. If Lewis studied comedy, according to Mark Therosian, it would be fine. Yeah, I should have studied it. The guy who went to school with a guy named Richard Head is named Paul Yoward, who's a friend of mine. He's a comedian. He's a friend. He's got his own podcast. Why don't you write down the podcast for people to find you there, Paul? Okay, let's see what else. Call for Mr. Carr. First name Wayne. Wayne Carr. Wayne Carr. Wayne Carr. That's Maltese, Phil. Thank you, Maltese. I just put out there that I knew Michael Hunt, and I didn't realize he didn't shorten his name. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the question for Liverpool? Is that where you went to school? I remember Kenny Everett at the Tory conference party, and he came on stage with those massive.
Oh yeah,
hands.
he had this very funny character who had massive polystyrene hands called Reverend something Love, Buddy Love or B Love, and he'd come out and he'd just and the hands were like in finger pointy gun, but it was just comedically massive hands.
Was it funny?
It was just funny. It was really brilliant. I have to say,
He said,
was amazing.
Let's bomb Russia. We're not in favor of that. Are we in favor of that?
What? No, I'm just looking. Chinese Elvis. Did you know that Elvis Presley wrote a song about how he loved his chicken cooked? It was Love Me Tender.
Love Me Tender.
Love Me Chicken
These are
Tenders.
good jokes.
Love Me Chicken Tenders.
There you go, Russ. Thank you, Russ. Lorna's not here. I don't know who Russ is. But Paul Yoward. My dad worked with a guy called Isaac Hunt. Seriously, I met him. Isaac Hunt. I mean,
do you get it?
Of course, yes, but it's not that funny, English people, but I appreciate it.
Brotherly Love. Yeah, that's exactly what it's called.
the guy?
Yeah, and he had his own theme tune. It was like, da, da. It was like,
wasn't funny enough.
It was brilliant. It's seriously, Jedster and I can remember it 40 years later.
Yeah,
but it was classic.
Remember, there wasn't much comedy.
No, well, there wasn't, but he was good. There was a lot of crap comedy at the time.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff called The Comedians. That was just awful. But Brotherly Love survives the test of time, I would say.
Al, let's see what else. I thought that too, Al. Al said he literally said it 9 times uninterrupted. I assumed he got the joke or was just playing with it.
No, he didn't. That's where the real timeless comedy comes from. It's the fact that he really was clueless.
Authentic.
Yeah.
I know you'd like to believe that I know what's going on, but I don't have any idea. I didn't know what's going on, Joodles. When is a door not a door? When it's a jar.
Yeah.
A jar. That's Marianne.
That's a good one. That's a good old classic one.
It's a good old classic. They've got classic ones
Yeah.
in America. She lives in the Hudson Valley, near where I went to uni.
Oh, you know her?
I don't know her, but
okay.
it's near there. What have I missed, Leanne? You've missed everything, Leanne. Not only have you missed it, but we've missed it. You'd like Leanne. I got a picture of her. She's very pretty.
Go on.
She's very pretty. Are you married, Leanne?
Can you pull it up?
What? A picture? No.
No,
I don't know if I have a picture of her. Everett was effectively a precursor to the Fast Show.
I think that's very well observed.
Astute, yeah. Paul is one of these people. He's like super, super bright, middle-aged.
Paul Yoward.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, he's that way.
Simon's trying to get me off. It's true, actually, though.
Paul's on for time. No. We're staying here. We're staying here.
The penis mightier than the sword. Do you remember? Did you know about this?
No.
That when the internet was first invented, and domain names were going, they only had .com.
Right.
And some guy was into selling stationery, and he thought, oh, I know what I'll call my website, Pen Island. Pen Island. So it was penisland.com. Yeah. And then, of course...
did he get away with that?
Well, no, it still exists, penisland.com. But most people would read that as penisland.com.
Right.
And so it was just one of those funny things. Well, no, it was just funny things that happened on the internet when it was first being and so Pen Island, he was hoping to sell, pens and make 500 quid a month.
Right.
Penisland, he's quids in. He's making 10 grand a week probably.
What, from having that name?
Yeah, from Penisland. It's what a land on the internet.
Is he
It's
allowed
the
to
biggest
do
land, isn't it?
I guess it is. Well, not around me. It's not.
No. There's a Penistone Stone in Yorkshire. Did you know that? Do you know Penis Stone? But it's Penistone. It's a place in Yorkshire.
Penistone, yeah.
Penistone. And there's also a
Isn't
number
this-
4 tennis player,
Yeah.
British men's tennis player, is Josh Penistone. Sadly for him, because obviously when he goes to America,
Yeah, they're gonna make.
yeah,
fun
they
of
just call him Penis Tone, don't they?
him. Yeah.
Penis Tone, like the
Well,
colour of
people
it.
make fun of every person's name.
That's
They
true.
make fun of your name when you were growing up. Of course they did.
Never.
Never did. Never did.
I'm joking.
Okay, there's a Peniston. That's what Jeds just says.
Yeah.
Vote Labor. So, Lewis, do you support the far-right protesters about migrant hotels?
About what? Oh, migrant hotel.
Yeah. Should
Oh,
I?
from
Do you-
Vote Labour.
Yeah.
Do you support the
Israel's killing people, Lewis. Don't kill anyone. Don't kid yourself. All right, well, what do you say? I vote Labor. So Lucy's being nice to him. There's a wet wang in North.
That's true.
Really, there's intercourse in Pennsylvania. There's lots of funny names.
Wet Wang? Yeah.
If you go, you know who wrote a book about this or a story
No,
about
go
that?
on.
What's his name?
Oh, Giles Brandreth probably did.
No, not Charles Brandreth. The other guy, the American guy who lived here for a while.
Oh, Bill Bryson.
Bill
No, yeah,
Bryson.
no, yes, exactly. That's true.
I read some of his later books. They were a bit lazy.
Very good.
Whatever
Rusty.
you
I might put that in my show on Saturday. How did Elvis like his martini cocktail?
All shook up and not stirred.
stirred.
All shook up. Da da da. Da da. This is the only negativity we've had today. Vote Labor. That guy.
That's not negative.
Well, he's saying about killing.
Oh
whatever
yeah,
it is.
well, I suppose so.
He's trying
but
to.
he's
Or do you talk
that
about?
is happening. To be fair,
Or you talk about all you.
what?
Is the Bangladeshi MPs who were done for corruption? They resigned. Lewis, what is this about? Or do you talk about is the Bangladeshi MPs? I don't know.
Well, the Bangladesh. I don't know which ones they
I know
are.
that's the one who was.
But there
arrested.
are 4 guys who were in the general election who
Yeah.
basically refused to not be pro-Palestine, and they had the whip removed, but they were still elected nonetheless, and they
Right,
now
so-
are independent in the House.
But they're not
in-
pro-Palestine.
Of course, they are pro-Palestine.
So what do they say? What do you say they were? They refused to.
So no, they've had the whip. They've had the label whip removed, so they're no longer. So they're independent.
So they're
in
with
theory.
what's his name?
So they're
With,
theoretically, it hasn't been announced yet. This, but they're
Yeah.
theoretically are going to
With
be
that no-name
part
party.
with the
Jeremy Corbyn and
yeah,
the other guy.
and
Zara.
Sultana.
Right.
They might be part of that, but I don't know if they will be, to be honest. But anyway,
Right. So what should I talk about? I don't know what I should say.
I would like a show with Paul and Posh Archie. I asked you before, you never answered. I'm not the only person to have sat here. Is Posh Archie?
No, he hasn't. Nobody else has sat here.
Oh, and Cressida.
My son has come on. I've asked Cressida, but she hasn't sat here.
Well, it's a hell of a trek, isn't it?
Bloody Mike is in the way. What of my knee? Is that what they mentioned that I got a knee, that I show my knee. That I show my knee. The girls like that. The girls like that.
They like a knee.
Leanne likes that.
Yeah.
I would do Leanne, yeah.
I would like a show with Paul, Posh Archie, Cressida, and Lewis.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. I don't know who. I mean, I've seen Cressida on your show. She seems quite smart and nice.
I think what's nice about this
Who's
show,
Archie? Is he from the
Archie,
show?
he's like a posh guy. He's quite good. I like him.
Okay.
But here's the
I'm
point.
quite posh.
The point
I
is,
can be posh.
Yes. Point is, I like this. I like that we're talking to people. I don't want to have like 1 million people on this show. that kind
Right.
of thing.
That's true. It's a different show.
It's a different kind of show.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know
Well,
what
this is already vastly different, I'm guessing.
From
'Cause
any
we're
other
missing,
show.
We're missing a lot of their stuff, and so, but it's fine for an occasional thing. But they
Yeah.
would be pissed off if I
be
did this
pissed.
every day.
Maybe, probably they would be. They'd say, this is not our show. This is...
Well, no, that's what they said to start with, didn't they?
Yeah.
It's just the fact that I wasn't moving. They've just had to lump it.
I don't know what I should be doing. I don't know. Yeah. Let's see what else.
Listen, I think there was 4 independents who ran solely on pro-Palestine. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's correct. There might be. I don't know. But there were some more Labour MPs who've had the... right. Okay. That could be right. I've forgotten. Basically.
Keith Bexley says, I think there are 4 independents who
Yeah.
ran solely on
Let's
pro-Palestine.
read this out.
Yes. Did you just read it out, though?
Yeah. And there were some more MPs who've had the whip removed. So the ones I were talking about did have the whip removed. And then there could have been 4 others who solely ran on pro-Palestine. and who got elected. So there would be 8 of
Yeah.
them. And then if you add Zoltana and Corbyn, that's already 10 MPs. That makes them bigger than Reform,
Yeah.
and makes them bigger than the Greens. So that would be quite amazing, actually. But anyway, there you go. Hey, look, Paul's a great guest.
He is a good guest. He is a good. We haven't even gotten to the left wing stuff that the people hate you for.
Let's do it then.
Well, ask a Paul. Paul's totally left wing.
I'm not totally left wing.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
quite authoritarian.
Judel said afterwards. He says totally left wing.
No, I'm not though, am I at all?
You are.
I'm quite authoritarian. I want to ban people from voting. Thick people.
That's not that. You can be left.
No, you can't be left wing
you
and
can
have
be-
that.
Yes,
that
you can be. Whoops, sorry. You can be left wing.
No,
on
that's
both
not a
sides.
left wing. That's not a left wing. Have you? Is that? They probably still can't hear
Yeah.
us now. But that's not a left wing.
Can you hear us now?
Stuart Lee, look, this guy knows his comedy, and he's absolutely right. Stuart Lee got a whole routine out of Shill Bottle. Do you remember that?
No.
Shill Bottle
He's
is
a
on.
comedy aficionado.
Is he? Well, Shillbottle is a little town in the northeast of England, which is en route.
Yeah.
I mean, if you drive to Edinburgh, and he did a whole on his comedy, special. No, it was a series. I forgot what he called it, but on one episode, just a very hilarious episode where people obviously where it says Shillbottle would get a little marker pen and put a T, make it into a T. And so, there's a little bit of amusement there. Shit's bottle.
Oh, I see.
So because they turn it into shit's bottle. But then how Stuart Lee, who I know is a fan of yours, that's true, and that you know him, but he does a very good routine about that, as this guy says. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he knows Stuart. Lewis Schaffer knows Stuart Lee also.
Yeah.
I guarantee
You do.
when Corbyn was thinking up a name for his and his Sultana's party, people were thinking up some joke names. Of course they were. Yeah. Judel says authoritarianism is not left wing. What? People are in jail for tweets and memes. But the right can be authoritarian too. I'm authoritarian. I'm against
people. Well, that's true, I suppose. But what I'm saying is that there is no left winger who wants to disenfranchise, people based on how thick they are and badly educated. That's a very snobby and right wing.
No, it's not. No, it's not. The left are the most snobby.
I don't think so.
They're totally against their own people. These people are naturally left people, but they've been totally sold out by the left. Am I right, people? They've been totally sold out.
Piers Corbyn is anti-vaccine too.
No, he's
not.
not.
He's a bit of a weirdo. Anyway,
no, he's not. He was pro-vaccine.
Piers is a.
Piers. Sorry.
Piers is that
Piers
nut job weather guy.
Yes. So maybe he's right.
Yeah.
Piers
Lefties are snobs. Well, I'm very snobby.
Yeah, they think it's okay to lie to people as long as what you're giving them is good for them. They're the kind of people who lie to their residents.
No,
16 and 17-year-olds can now vote. Is that true? Have they passed that bill, the voting bill?
I don't know if it's fully passed, but yeah, it's going to be.
It's going to
be a thing at the next election.
And it's not going to help them either. The kids are going to realize we got no future.
That's more. Look at this.
Yeah.
Why should you never be a passenger in a plane with Nigel Farage? Because he's always trying to destroy the left wing.
Oh, I see.
But the thing about Nigel Farage and this recent, 'cause it's a recent thing, I would argue, that this division between left and right wing, like it's a meaningful thing, and that now basically people on the right can't abide anything on the left, and people on the left can't abide anything on the right. It's just so absurd and reductive and naive and ignorant that I just can't buy into any of it.
Yeah, that's why you're an idiot. Because it may seem ridiculous, but people actually have two different views, the left and the right.
No, I know that. I got to have more than two, don't they? That's the
but
entire basis of my argument.
But
isn't
there's
it?
two views,
which
is the left and the right. The people who in favor.
I've just said I disagree with that whole principle, and you're saying
no. How can you disagree with it? Because it's real. Because the left people hate Britain, and they want a team world. They want everybody to get along together.
All I'm saying is that you're an idiot. That's it.
Yeah, I know you think that I am. And these people don't.
In a nutshell,
I don't think these people think I'm an idiot because I think I'm fighting for them. Who is the left fighting for? They're fighting for some guy in Switzerland. They're fighting for letting in
it's
millions
all a
of
question,
people.
isn't it? Basically, left or right wing is basically where you are on either side of that spectrum, which to me isn't even a real spectrum, and it doesn't go round
It's
and
not a
meet at the back.
spectrum. It's two sides.
It's not two sides. I don't even think it is that.
It's
Is what I'm
two
saying.
different views. It is.
What it
the
is-
fact is these horrible people are letting in millions of people who hate this country.
It's got nothing to do with anything that I'm
Yes,
trying to talk about.
that
God,
is.
talk about
Are you in
straw
favor-
man argument.
No, it's not a
Jesus
straw man.
Christ.
That's a real argument.
That's got nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
What are you talking
What I'm saying is that the whole idea of where you stand on this, scale, if it's not a spectrum, is false, but it all boils down to what you as an individual think is fairness. What is fairness? So some people don't think it's fair that they should have their taxes, they've worked hard for it and basically taken away to give to some lazy arsehole. And some people don't think it's fair that these people who are in need can't get the help that they require from these rich arseholes. That's literally what it boils down to.
That is one issue that gets split on the two pages, on the two sides. But that's not the main issue, basically. The main issue is, do you support England or are you a fucking communist?
Well, this is what Paul
Or are
Yoward
you
says.
a communist?
Paul Yoward says this, and this is also true. I think he's right. Political ordinal now is authoritarianism versus libertarian. This is what Dominic Frisby's always on about.
Right.
Left versus right, there's always been ambiguous. Have always left versus right wing have always been ambiguous things. Some think fascism is right. Well, exactly. Well, that's that theory that the two extreme wings actually envelop around into a circular thing, and so it does. But my theory is that it's not a wing; it's a globe. If you want to have it like that, and you can be anywhere on that bloody globe, because you can be left wing here, but you can be right wing.
You're going to have to agree with me in order to be on the show.
Well, I'm not going to.
It's not a globe.
Horseshoe theory, exactly. That's exactly.
It's not a horseshoe. It's you've got two sides, and people want consistency now.
But listen, people are agreeing with me more than you, because you're saying, "Oh, team world," and whatever whatever that stupid thing is, which to me
globalism
was funny.
versus
but they're saying, you're better off being in the middle. You're better off not being on the left.
There is
or
no
right.
middle anymore.
And so
there is no middle. You can't be in the middle.
But there is, because people are there.
You can't let foreigners into this country. You
just don't even listen to people, and your arguments are very incoherent, and it takes literally three questions before you're destroyed.
Anyway, Simon Arnold's not going to be allowed on the show anymore. And Chester is too. It's not a horseshoe. It's
it's the theory.
You know what it is? I'm going to tell you what it is. I'll tell you exactly what it is. It's like we're walking. No, I am. Am I on the TV? I'm not on the TV. Hold on, I've got to just tell somebody I'm not on the TV.
Leo Curse.
Yeah.
He's that funny guy.
Yeah, he is the funny guy.
Yeah, he is quite good.
Anyway, it's 1942. We're escaping Germany. Mm-hmm. We're Jews. Mm-hmm. You and me are a Jew. You imagine you're a Jew.
Right.
Okay, can you picture that?
Escaping Germany, from where? Poland.
Well, maybe we're in Germany or we're in Poland, but we're in the woods.
Okay,
we're in the woods.
All right, we're in the woods.
We're in the woods.
Fine.
It's just us, me and you, two schlubs. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
I see people walking.
Yeah.
In the distance, we're hungry. We'd like to speak to somebody.
Yeah.
And they're whistling a song.
Yeah.
It's Wagner.
Huh? It's Wagner. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Now, I like Wagner, and you like Wagner, but you know that the more people who listen to Wagner are not our friends.
Yes.
Right. So what do? Do you go?
Well, what you do is what Diane Abbott's been recently vilified for saying, which is an obvious thing. You pass yourself off as being not Jewish, because this is why it's absurd what Keir Starmer's done,
right?
And remove the whip from her, because it's bloody obvious to me and to any human person with an ounce of intelligence that there is a difference between Jewish racism and black and coloured skin racism, because you can pass yourself off as a Jew and be at the back of the bus and just be quiet and get away with it. There's no black person in the world that can do that.
Do you know why she believes this?
Because it's true.
No, it's not true. She's, number one, she's left-wing, and all left-wing people are liars.
Well,
they are liars. They believe it's better to lie. I'm saying And also, she's a woman, and it's all about getting along with women.
Well, this is what I'm saying, and this just refers back. So people who disagree
Yeah.
with me, but this in the last, just scroll back if you're watching this, 3 minutes, where I said it takes 2 questions for his stupid ideas to unravel, and he's got nothing, and that proves it. This literally just happened there, and I
Well,
didn't
do you
even
think
ask him
so?
3 questions.
Do you think so? I don't think it's so.
You're saying she's a woman. It's just stupid. It's not even a joke. It's just like it's just. Very
My
poor.
point
It's very
was-
poor,
my point-
Lewis.
my- no,
You'd have thought you'd be
my
better at
point-
this.
my-
I don't do this
no,
for a living.
My point,
And
for
you're
a living-
terrible at it.
for a living. My point is that if you're walking in the woods and someone is
Carry on.
singing Wagner, right? And
Yes,
I'm a Jew, and
yes.
I would assume that a person who's singing Wagner in 1942
Yeah.
is probably not going to be pro-Jewish. I'm just assuming.
Yeah, assume it. That's
Assume
fine.
it. Right. And that's what
And?
we have now. We have a dichotomous world where there are things where there's no middle ground. There's no center of the Venn diagram. There's no center.
Well,
I'm with you.
that's
I'm-
not what I think, and that's not what people here think.
Yeah, Lucy loves Wagner. Yeah. But nowadays it's different. If you hear someone whistling Wagner, you probably might not think that they're an anti-Semite. But in 1942 you would. And that's what I'm saying, is that there is no center of the Venn diagram. There's only this side.
There is a
this side,
centre. I
and
mean,
left.
what about people who are basically not anti-Semitic but are against Israel?
Yes. Well, they're anti-Semites.
No, they're not.
They are.
Well, I'm a fucking anti-Semite,
Yeah,
but
you're an
I've got more
anti-Semite.
Jewish friends than
Yeah. Yeah, you hate Jews. You don't realize you hate Jews.
Well, evidently.
You do. You do hate Jews.
Yeah.
You don't even realize that you hate Jews. Lucy, what are you laughing at, Joodles? So Lucy wants to know what Joodles are laughing at. If you were Vietnamese, avoid Wagner too.
It may be their
The
apocalypse.
now. Yeah. That's what Paul Howard says.
Yeah, that's good because you know what that's referring to. Well, it's referring to the film, obviously.
I'm feeling so may go. Okay. So this is what my point is. This
Go on. I'm just going to let you do it because it's your show. Just try and explain
Thank
it.
you.
Try
Thank
and
you for letting-
explain this away and come out of it with
I'm
any
saying-
credit.
I'm
A
saying
layman can come in and
there's-
destroy you.
No,
you know,
can't, you
easily.
can't destroy me because I'm saying there are 2 sides now. Now there are 2 sides. There once was a middle side. Then once you could say I'm in the middle. I'm Lib Dem or whatever's in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Leo Kurz is back.
Now.
Tell him I'm talking nonsense on live on YouTube.
I have to just send a
He's
message.
sending a message to Leo Kurz from the Headliners. Yeah.
Maybe they've asked me to be on it. Let me just check. Maybe they sent me a message.
Lewis could be live. Lewis could be missing his next payday from GB News.
Yeah. Yeah,
that-
could be. I could have
does that
written a
happen?
message. No.
Okay.
No. I'm sitting here. It's to stare all day long. I stare at my phone. I stare at my phone. My point is this, and this is a bit dull. I'm sorry if you people find it dull, but this is all I'm
Let's see
saying.
your blood pressure, Lewis. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go get my blood pressure, and we'll take it later. Is that the point that I'm making?
If Lewis could put his opinions across clearer, he'd be on GB News more.
Possibly you're
And
right.
I think that
You
is
possibly
right.
are
And not only
yeah.
GB News, you'd actually then be asked to be on different,
Yeah.
more diverse outlets.
Yeah. I'm not talking about Wagner. I don't give it. I'm just using that as an example, Lucy. I'm saying is that when war times happen, okay, people become there's no room in the middle because they think you might not be a friend of ours. Whatever the war is it between the French and the Germans, between wherever a war is, okay? Blood pressure was 171 over 101 last time, I think. Is that me?
That's the first time he's ever heard anyone quote Diane Abbott.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, I was just, I hate Labour. You know, I'm not a Labour fan.
Well, what are you? Well, what do you? We can go over. I could bring in a list of things. Like, for example, let's talk about things that are not related to each other.
Okay.
Like abortion. Are you for abortion or against abortion?
4.
You're for.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means you're on the left, according to lots of
Okay.
white people, right? But I'm for abortion, basically.
Yeah.
Not really.
You're making my argument. You don't listen to what
Yeah.
I've argued.
What have you said?
I've said that there are that you're not on a spectrum. You're not only on one side, and you have to that people are on this side for that side for that, this side. So actually, it's like a globe, and everybody's individual. That was my point.
Yeah, but the point is, I don't agree with what you just said. The fact is, you're anti-Israel means you're on that side.
I am.
You're
Well, I'm
on
not
that
even
side.
anti-Israel. I'm anti-Netanyahu. That's it.
Yeah, but you're on their side. Netanyahu is a hero to me. David Lammy and Drag, says Ruben. She says Diane Abbott is this.
Daniel Barenboim was pro.
Paul and many
free
others are
speech.
quick to dismiss the team world threat. There are people out there who think we should be controlled all the time. Yeah, he doesn't think it is. So by being in the middle, you're basically supporting Team World. I'm saying we need to fight Team World. We need to be all the way this way, whatever the side is against.
I don't know about this, but Daniel Barenboim is the conductor. Was
Right.
pro free speech. So the Nazis show themselves up.
Where is this?
Oh, so the Nazis show themselves up. Okay, declare themselves is what that means. Keir Starmer's anti-free speech is thus
Anti-Semitic.
anti-Semitic. I'm trying to work out what that means.
What does that mean, Paul? According to Diane Abbott, 40% of people voted for Tory and 50% voted for Labour, and the rest of 30% didn't vote. Did she say that?
No, but she's famous for getting
She's
herself.
famous,
She
right.
she doesn't know how many
No.
make up a percent. Yeah, she's famous for not.
But that's
doing
proof what Lucy said, that men will sleep with anybody. Look at Jeremy Corbyn slept with
She
her.
was good looking in the past.
Was she? Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
I
not
mean,
that-
in 1980,
She's fat now.
50 years ago.
She's fat now.
She
I'm
was-
not
she
for or
was
against
good-looking.
abortion. Just let the lady decide. Well, that's being for abortion. We need,
I think some
Yeah.
men are really no, exactly. I don't think that at all. I don't.
right.
No, so that
Yeah.
disproves your theory.
No, it doesn't disprove it. Stop. It doesn't disprove. Because
your
we
theory is
all have.
stupid, isn't
No, it isn't. You're not listening to what my theory is. We all have different views, Paul. This is why Paul is so fucking annoying.
Explain it. This is your show. This will
Yes,
be great.
we-
The next 1 minute,
we're
going to listen to your theory in a nutshell. You've
Right.
got, and then we'll sell this to the BBC and
Right.
see if you can get a
And
a
so
booking.
what happens is let's say there are 100 of these opinions, whether men or women, whether there's abortion or not, birth control or not, women are as smart as men, whatever, all these different things, whether Israel should be supported, whether Israel should be fought against, right? Stop. All these different opinions. We all don't agree with everything on this side or everything on this side, but you're not allowed to say the stuff in the middle because they're going to say, you got to pick a side.
No, you're saying that. Nobody else
No,
is saying
they
that.
are saying that.
No, nobody
They are.
else
Well, I
is
think
saying
that
that.
they are.
You are the one.
Kerry Mack.
You're the only one saying that.
No, I'm not. Kerry Mack. Did anybody ever hear the song "Open Your Eyes" by David? Open your eyes. No.
I'll tell you what's interesting about David Hasselhoff. He is a big star in Germany where
Yes.
I grew up.
Right.
And my brother's
Yeah.
ex-wife
Yeah.
is the singer that sings with him all these German, but in English, love songs when they tour massive stadiums. She's on tour with
Your
David Hasselhoff.
brothers.
My brother's they're still married, but my brother's ex-wife.
So you go see.
So I've got pictures on my phone of Britta singing with David Hasselhoff.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
nice.
It's mad.
That's nice. He was very, very successful there. David Barenboim took Wagner to Israel and had death threats against him, but he conducted an Arab-Israeli orchestra. Probably every orchestra in Israel is Arab-Israeli. The East-West Divan Orchestra. Is that a joke?
No, I'm just looking at them, laughing at that. Don't listen to Lefty, Lewis. You stay true to your opinions and principles.
I'm saying-
like I'm going to
yeah.
change your mind.
No, I'm saying what I'm saying, and this is the point.
Because
You're
my
not.
arguments
This is
are
the
better
point.
when you can't answer.
This,
As if
no,
that's-
yeah,
as if
would you
that-
shut
but
up
as if
about
that means anything to
No,
you.
shut up about it because your arguments are not better or worse.
They are better. Because yours are redundant.
Yes.
You've had a minute to try and explain them. Do it again.
I'm explaining it to
Come
you.
on, then.
Is that center bit that everybody has is 100 or 200 of these things that we
Yeah.
all have differing opinions on. And you could be, I am pro left wing,
Yeah.
except when it comes to Israel, let's say. Or I am, whatever. Is we're not allowed to have those feelings.
No.
We're not.
Who says?
I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's,
exactly.
So you could say, I don't agree with that part. You
Yeah.
haven't disproven that bit. Because I can't prove that bit, but that's my opinion that you can't have that. So you can't disprove that, but you can say, that's very interesting, Lewis, but I don't think that that's the case. I think you can be free to express yourself across the spectrum, which is what I do.
But you can't even explain it.
There were 2 Jews who were performing in Edinburgh who said that they supported Israel. Okay, that they supported Israel, and they weren't allowed to perform at in the Edinburgh Festival. And I don't even like these people, but they weren't allowed to perform. They whatever in one venue. There.
Well, I'm not for that, am I?
No, you are not. But I'm saying this is what happens when we're in a warlike situation. Okay.
Well, I don't know if that's a very good explanation of what you think.
So we're in the 15 minutes home stretch, everybody. So
Charlie Elvis doesn't realise he's a lefty. I do. I'm happy to be one. I'm just saying, but I'm not one, am I?
No, because lefties people think that there's free speech, so they could say whatever they want to say. But we righties, I don't even think that I'm right, whatever. We know we can't say what we're going to say. We can't go Israel. Oh, you're killing 660,000.
Also, a lefty, as far as Kerry defines it, wouldn't go on stage and say, Engelbert Humperdinck and all that stuff that I was saying earlier on, because that's taboo language. But I don't believe in any of that stuff.
No, I know you don't believe in it, but at some point, when you say that, I might say Humperdinck and just say, well, screw you, you left-wing people. You would say,
I think that's fine.
Yeah, you would say that.
But others wouldn't. I know that. That's true. So, but that's, to me, proving my point that which is what you said, you can be a bit on here and a bit on there and a bit on there and a bit on there. Doesn't mean that you're a lefty because you're not all on the left. Doesn't mean that you're a righty because you're not all on the right. But that is the problem with naive thinking, is that you think that you therefore have to adopt this position that you don't actually believe because it's part of the package.
Did I say that? Did I say that?
You just said
No,
that.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. But when in a wartime situation, that's what happens. You can't be whistling Wagner.
This isn't a wartime situation.
Well, I think it's a wartime situation. And the people here know it's a wartime situation.
Being a lefty isn't a good thing.
It isn't a good thing, says Kerry. Yes. It's not a good thing. We are in a situation where
Lewis has always been, in the most loving way, I can say this, the babbling brook of nonsense. And I think the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. I haven't silenced you because you've thought that I've said something different from what I've said. That's what you're.
This is the most coherent explanation he's ever heard from you. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah. Because people on the left, okay, think there is free speech, that you could be for Israel, against Israel, you can be this and that, you can say that men, but the truth is people on the right, like people like Judels, no, they cannot say that a man is not a woman if he says he's a woman, or they lose their jobs.
Well, I'm against that. I am. I'm pro J.K. Rowling.
Yes. Okay. You might be.
I am.
But then again, you haven't been put in a situation where you've said something and you've lost your job because of it, have you? No.
That's good.
What is it? What is it good? David Hasselhoff phones his agent. From now on, I want to be called the Hoff. His agent says, sure, no hassle. That's a good joke, too. That's a good joke. Yeah. I honestly don't believe.
I think what Mark just said there is true.
What?
I honestly don't believe Starmer and Co are lefties. I think there's something else, and it's worse. I mean, to me, it's worse. Whatever it is.
No, they're not lefties. They're pro-Islamicists. Like you could be an anti-Islamicist lefty. But when you
guess
if you support, let's say, women's right to abortions, women's right to divorce, women's right to work, whatever, you're an anti-radical Islamicist.
True. That's
if you say
good point.
I'm a leftist and I believe in gayness.
Yeah.
Well, then you should not let Muslims into the country. Am I right about that? I honestly don't. Yeah, I agree with you, Mark J. There's something very seriously wrong with Keir Starmer. He doesn't support. Like the left would say, we support working class people. But this is not supporting working class. It's like in America. They've been arresting people and sending them home who don't belong in the country. But
also ones who do belong in the country.
No, they don't. No, they don't. They're not. They haven't kicked out anybody who does not have a green card or whatever. Okay, they have not
No,
done that.
they've kicked out actual residents, haven't
No,
they?
they have
Famously.
not. They have not.
They've deported people
They have
who
not.
are Americans.
No, they have not.
Okay,
They
fine.
have not. But by doing that, by kicking out these people, maybe they've kicked out 500,000 out of 20 million that should be kicked out, is they made it easier for the working class people of America to get jobs. Okay. Anyway, so this show is great when you bring your mate on. No, I'm not going to bring him on again.
Some people want to hear you being exposed.
No, I don't. Have I been exposed? I don't think
No.
I've been exposed.
I think so.
I don't think I have been. I'm saying
No, it's not really even an expose, is it? It's because what it is on GB News, you famously were given rope and then you just dried up halfway through. That was your shtick. And here, we've got as much rope as you want and you can't justify any of it.
no. I've just
can't go to the end of it.
I have explained what I'm saying.
Okay, fine.
We are in a
Fine,
war.
it's there,
We're in
isn't
a
it?
wartime situation.
We're in a wartime situation.
A wartime situation.
Okay.
And the left.
And the left
has certain views. And if you have any of those views, too many of those views, you're not going to be allowed in the left. Same thing with the right. The right has views. So they say to you, which one is it? There's no middle ground.
Well,
Kicked out
some
illegals.
people say that, but I don't think most people say that.
think
And that's
they
what
do.
even your own chatter people.
They're not supposed to agree with me.
No,
Who are
but the
these
chatter people also disagree with that, and I don't agree
think that
with
they
you.
do, but David B comes in there. Thank you very much, David B. Ruben is here. So let's just thank everybody who's been on the show. I might grow out my...
I think it shows it's a massive snob. Well, I'm quite proud of that. You know, I am.
What is? About what?
About being a snob.
Yes.
Because I told you, I mean, there's not. It's basically to want to disenfranchise thick people.
Yeah.
Is is that left or right?
It's left wing right now.
Well, basically, that's what I am.
Yeah.
I would like to basically have. What I'd like is to have like a Dominion machine. You get asked 5 questions out of a possible 1,000, just general stuff,
Yeah.
and you answer them. You know, what's the
a
capital of
Dominion
Spain?
machine? What's a
Bomb.
Dominion machine?
You know, those voting machines, electric voting machines
okay.
that Trump, went crazy about. But what's the capital of England? You don't how many. What's the river in Paris? Da da da. You get a multiple choice, and then you get to vote. If you have failed, 3 out of 5,
Yeah.
your vote just goes in the toilet. Basically, that's what I would vote for. I'd love that. We get some more. I'd like not a democracy. I'd like an ocracy by the intelligent.
Yeah.
So that's not left wing at all.
No, that's totally left wing.
Well, maybe it
left
is.
wings are the most arrogant people. They think
Maybe.
they think they're doing the best.
Does Paul like a bush on a lady or not? Now that is something that I actually do. I like it. I think it's much better.
Yeah. I can go either way anyway.
No, I prefer it.
I don't like.
I like the good old fashioned. It reminds me of being young.
Yeah, when we saw that.
Yeah, I prefer it.
We were talking this the other day.
What about Bush?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm all for it. I'm actually because I grew up in Germany.
Yeah.
And my first sexual experiences were all with, Germans.
Yeah.
Very, very, very forward Germans compared to the British, their English equivalents over here. I like a hairy armpit.
Yeah. Also, me
I'll
too.
go for that.
I mean, yeah. I had a girlfriend. I'm not going to mention who it was, who had hairy armpits, and I thought that was fine. I thought it was fine. But what did the left think?
Of the Bush
Hairy
question,
yeah.
I don't know. Yes,
I'd like to find out. Not that this is the biggest problem with the left. You don't need to know capital cities to live a meaningful life and raise a family in a moral way. That is the problem.
Well, so not only capital cities, it would just be like basic stuff.
Yeah.
Just basic stuff. If you're too thick to know basic stuff, basically, I've told you this many times. When you look at the average intelligence of a person in this country, it's quite woeful.
Yeah.
And just imagine, half of people are worse than that. They shouldn't be. They should be disenfranchised immediately.
Yeah.
And so that from that half and upwards, that's for me.
But you have to. I think these people here, Keith and Vatanai and Simon and Paul, Alex, they don't find your attitude attractive.
Do I?
I know, and that's what makes you left wing.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys agree with me? I mean, do you think that am I arrogant?
I'm just curious about whether I've been at a naturist spa. No, I haven't. No, it's not been. It wasn't me.
Yeah, Russ wants us to go to Rio's Naturist Spa.
Is it nudist?
Yeah.
Have I told you that when I was getting my equity card in 1988,
Yeah.
we were touring in Germany in a van doing theatre and education
Yeah.
with a
You're an
German
elitist.
with a German theatre company called White Horse Theatre zum Englisch lernen.
Yeah.
And we were handed over by the previous company, and they gave us a map, just like an atlas of Germany.
Yeah.
And they said, we got this map because this little symbol here is where you can go, where they have naturist spas, which was a big thing in Germany, FKK.
Yes.
And so we were like, oh, we're not going to do that. Cut to 3 months later, we're getting on, we're just running around naked, balls.
right?
Yeah, we loved it. So I did
Yeah.
it for 6 months. I lived as a naturist for 6 months. But
Yeah,
when you're 21 and
it's
22,
good.
it's fine.
Well,
Wouldn't want to do it now.
Was there anybody good looking in the thing? Or they all
Most people were either 20 or 60. There was nobody between 25 and 55.
they had probably had kids at home.
There was nobody there. It was like old fat German bald guys, or young people showing off, and we were part of the young people showing off. But I loved it.
I think about doing it. I mean, I'm glad Russ always does this thing. I think about it.
Well, I went to a place
Because I'm thin now. I've 5, do I seem thin or could I lose a bit of...
You are thin. You're not overweight, are you?
I feel like I am.
No, I don't think
I've
so.
got this little bit of thing.
No, God, if you look at America,
This thing.
well, everyone's got a bit of that.
Yeah.
That's just normal, I think. But I watched in Bad, what's it called? Bad Homburg. You know the Homburg, the hat. There's a place called Bad Homburg in near Frankfurt in Germany.
Yeah.
And that Bad stands for bath.
I know,
Where there's a spa. And they had this really massive one, and I watched Dirty Dancing in the nude just with a towel.
Yeah.
Just legs akimbo.
And were they all nude?
Yeah, well, it wasn't a full cinema. It was like there were only
It was a movie.
It was in a cinema.
Oh, so it
So I
wasn't
watched
an
it in a
actual
cinema
play,
with other people, but it wasn't packed. But it was the 10 of us all just interspersed throughout the cinema, just bollock naked.
Well, you know what? When Team World takes over and the the radical Islamists take over, there will be no nudists. They're not going to allow that.
Not going to allow the nudists.
They won't allow them. There won't be
Okay.
any nudists.
No
like
nudists. Get covered up.
In Gaza, there's none of that. Yeah.
Well, of course, there's no bloody nudists. Nobody's having anything. There's no leisure in Gaza, is there? There's no leisure time.
Not even leisure. There's no nudism. It's against
but
the rules.
Nudism is a leisure activity.
It's against the rules.
No.
No, there was that. There was that. Okay, so this has been our show. This has been the worst show ever.
The worst show ever.
Worst show ever.
Yeah.
It was really good until I mentioned the left wing thing, and you think.
I said, go
I'm
for
going to tell
it.
you something about you.
Come
Paul.
on, then.
You're,
I'll take
You're
it.
being ungenerous.
Why?
You're like say, I've beaten you, I've beaten you, I've beaten you.
No, I haven't said that. I've said you beat yourself.
Yeah. Judel says it was fun. I've beaten myself. Anyway, I traveled.
I'm not saying I've beaten you. I just said you explain it, and then that's bad. That's you're hanging yourself.
You don't agree with me. Okay, so this is what we're doing. We're saying goodbye. I'm going to.
There's something about porno there. Which
What
I think,
about porno?
I don't know, but you shouldn't.
Where?
Shouldn't hang
Where?
up. I just moved.
The problem is you have to hang up because otherwise it
I travelled a bit in Germany in the late 70s. We thought it was great that porno mags were next to the sweets and chocolate. And not only that, wotanized music.
Yeah.
There were porn mags. There was cigarette machines. Like on the street, where there's like, you could get cigarette machines. Then there'd also be beer machines. So
Yeah.
if you're a kid and you just had access to Deutschmarks,
Yeah,
you
you
could just
could
go and
buy.
get cigarettes. But there was also porn machines.
Right, and how's Germany do it? Germany is falling
Mad.
apart
It's
right
mad.
now. Germany is falling apart right tonight. As Mark says, many people think their identities are under attack. So there's intolerance all around. Exactly. Reasoning
I agree with that.
always made more sense when people see what's fair and what's not. Yeah, but sometimes
But
you
this is what I
gotta-
said. It's all about fairness, isn't it?
But you know
It's
what?
people
We're
think it's
we're
fair.
too fair with those people. That's what I believe. Joe says, Lewis, read my email. Would rather watch telly, a different show. Okay, well, sorry about that. Every single show cannot be
the same.
same and amazing. Nicole is here. She's a French photographer.
Paul
You have
Cox,
your
I'm not
pal
Paul
with you
Cox.
today, not Paul Cox. No, this is Paul Hugh.
Yeah.
Paul Hugh. But it's good to see your name. It's really great to see your name, Nicole. coming up here. We're
You're
gonna
not
have to-
arrogant. You're just opinionated. I think that's fine. I think that's right. I think that's true. I mean,
I'm opinionated. I've got my opinion.
I don't mind. Listen. I've never.
That's
had a
why
problem with-
you can't prove me wrong.
This
I'm
is
not
why-
proving.
and
I'm not
also-
proving you wrong.
Ditto. Exactly. I don't.
But
have a
you
problem
said
with-
that I was wrong.
No, I said that you're making yourself sound.
No,
You can't
forget
justify
what I
yourself.
was saying.
That's what I said.
Yeah, Germany's a mess, especially for women. Yeah, it's a
Look,
mess.
come back soon with comments off. Well, we've got nothing to talk about then, because this does stimulate debate, doesn't it?
So what? So the most important thing is this: is you've got to like.
Paul Hugh. No,
You.
I think that's an authentic question. It's Paul Hugh, Hyu.
HYU.
But my acting name, where you'll find a Google thing about me, is actually Paul. It's a double-barreled name.
Yeah.
Paul Courtney, which is the West Indian spelling, as in Courtney Walsh, the bowler. Paul Courtney Hugh.
Yes, Paul Courtney, you.
Yeah.
So this is what I'd like you to do. Even if you haven't liked this, please like this. That's the most important thing. Put the thumbs up.
They don't like the politics. I mean,
Yeah.
But your whole thing is politics.
It isn't whole thing is politics. It's food. It's
And-
sex
and-
perversion. It's all those things.
I'm not offended, Joe. That's fine. Look, she goes, not being mean to Paul. She's just quite sweet, but
Who is?
but
Who says
prefer you
that?
on your own. She prefers you on your own. This is your channel. It's not like I'm going to commandeer it. But
Yeah.
oh shit, you meant Courtney Walsh. Yeah, exactly.
Who is Courtney Walsh?
Courtney Walsh he's got 501 wickets for the West Indies. He's their leading wicket taking fast bowler of
Yeah.
the West Indies. Probably played in the 90s, I'd say.
Okay, so here's the point. I hope I explained the situation enough. Go to like this thing. If you haven't subscribed, maybe Nicole can subscribe. It's free. You could do that. Who have ever subscribed, you can do that. You can also pay. You could pay some money if you want to give me some money. If you want to do that, let's see what else. And then what else could you do?
Look,
You gotta
I
pay-
know this woman. Paul looks like a pal of mine who was also called Paul.
Yeah, is that right? Do you know this woman?
I don't know.
Do you know?
If I see a picture, maybe I'd have the same opinion, but obviously, can we make that bigger? Is that even a picture of her?
Well, who?
Nicole.
I don't know if it'll come out.
Nicole.
I don't think. I don't.
That doesn't make it bigger now. Okay.
I don't think it does. Let's see if it does here. Or maybe it does it over here.
No.
Maybe it could do it over here.
I'm like, no, Nicole. Imagine that.
Yeah. I don't know. This could be the beginning of it.
No, never mind.
That's no sound there. Okay. What else? What else do I need to do? You can go to Patreon or PayPal. You can come back tomorrow. The one thing I agree with the Chinese, is no religion plus the spare ribs. Well, I had spare ribs last night. Yeah, I agree with that. Join Patreon, PayPal, Discord. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put Discord into this thing so you guys can join Discord.
What's Discord?
I'll show you what Discord is. Discord is this. If I can find it. If I can find it, I think that's that. Is it this one? Invite people. I've got to just copy this.
What happens? What is it for? What is it?
It's like Facebook, but a private Facebook. I think that's what it is. It's a private Facebook. Then I come over here, and I go down here and put this in there.
Okay.
So go to the Discord. Everyone go to Discord.
What is it? Look, some people liked it, but some people didn't. I mean, that's inevitable, isn't it?
Lucy
But we don't really. We just like arguing.
Don't
but
say
we,
we, say Lewis.
Lewis, but
Yeah, say you. Say we. Yeah, go
wait,
on.
wait, no, I'm saying you and me. We often will argue about stuff, but we never really seem to take it personally. I don't, anyway.
I took it personally.
No,
when
you
hung
do.
up
You
on
get,
me.
you get, but then it's
Because-
over. But it's not like
Yes.
it's not like you live with it. I don't live with it.
But I don't want to think that. I don't want to think you're an idiot. You should just say, what are you actually saying?
I'm an idiot.
Everyone go to Discord. Yeah. Everyone,
I've just sat through 2 hours of Discord. That's true.
that's what this is.
Discord and
Exactly.
disharmony.
No, it was. It was all right.
No,
for
it's
the
all
fir-
right. I'm,
For the
I'm-
first 30 minutes.
What I'm saying is, even when we're arguing, I find it fine because we do this
I-
without
that's right.
being online,
That's
don't
right.
we?
I don't take it personally.
No, I don't take it. And we have argued offline like this,
Yeah.
and it's fine. It doesn't really affect our friendship or anything like
No,
that,
it
does
doesn't. We're all right.
And also,
Yeah.
people saying that they don't like me. it's water off a duck's back, isn't it?
No, you should say, well, I don't want you to dislike me. I'm not like him.
You know, some
I don't
person
want-
I've never met. I don't like him. It's like,
No. I want you
I'm
to
really,
like me.
I'm really sad about that.
I'm not going to say
Imagine
anything.
that. Oh God, I'm gutted
Yeah.
now.
I'm not going to say anything that's
Yeah.
going to make, I'm not going to change your belief so you
Yeah.
like me. But I am,
Yeah.
I do want you to like me. All right, so that's it. So here we go. Let's just say goodbye.
Goodbye.
And in 2 minutes, I'm going to stop this thing. So write what you have to write right now. Say goodbye to everybody.
Thanks for having me on your incredibly.
Ruben,
Well, it's brilliant. It does go quickly, I have to say.
Yes,
it
it
does
is.
go
It's
quickly.
really good.
Does go
Mark the
quickly.
Rosian,
you.
Joodles, Lucy, Keith, Ruben.
Look,
Van
Simon
Denay.
Arnold. I've just seen this. It's just popped into my head. Look, it's popped into my view. I think you and Paul are a great double act. You see.
Yeah, so
but
who's-
occasion, it's got to be every. It can't be. It's got to be every month.
Occasionally,
at
but
the
you have to
most.
agree with me. If you're going to disagree with me, I'm not like you. Mark Therosian is here. Kerry Mack King is here. We've had a lot of people. This is brilliant.
Brilliant.
It's been-
You've done well.
It's been 60.
And also,
60
I have to
shows.
say, I will just give you.
Yeah.
I'll have to commend you for having all this stuff going on with your producer.
Yeah, so thank the producer for getting this.
all
thing.
this sorted. But you seem now to be jumping around, knowing what you're doing.
Yeah, I know a little bit more. No, I don't know what I'm doing.
He doesn't really
I don't know
compared
what
to
I'm
you,
doing.
but compared to me, he's very good at this.
Okay, so let's just say goodbye to everybody. Are you saying goodbye?
Bye bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye-bye.